We got Big Ray in the house. Happy Thanksgiving Eve. They call it Blackout Friday. Are you drinking tonight, Big Ray?
Yeah, I'm dabbling. Not like I used to. Like it'd be Blackout Wednesday, but yeah, we're dabbling.
I don't think the only time I've seen you blacked out is actually that one time on the show. All the times we drank together, I've never seen you black out.
No, that's not true. You had to have seen me blacked out at least one time.
I don't know.
And that was a brown out.
I've seen you browned out. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Anyways, what's up, everybody?
What's on tap tomorrow? What's on tap tomorrow for you?
I'll be up late for this show. I'll be getting up early, be prepping sides because I'm the Ray who's in charge of that, and yeah. So, and
sounds like a pretty nice little Thursday. I go to Bed Bath & Beyond. I don't know if we'll have enough time. All right, so we have 3 games tomorrow. We got to talk about also a Black Friday game that's including your team, Ray. Yeah, you see you're repping the hat, your team.
Mm-hmm.
Bears hat, right? An old Bears hat you're wearing?
Not old, but yeah, it's a Bears hat.
Let's start there. Everyone get your comments in. We will get to everyone soon. And what do you think the chances are the Bears win the game? 7-point underdogs. Well, give me your chances they win the game outright. Not cover, win.
J-Bob's not going to like to hear this, but I'm not going to be as high as he would expect to say, but I would say that it's 50-50. If not, I'm thinking 50-50. It could be 60-40 Bears, only because if Devontae Smith is out, I understand the Bears have linebackers out, but that offense has been very dysfunctional, and the Bears are getting their secondary back. Like, that secondary is coming back. I understand.
The linebackers are not back, though.
But here, okay, well, I understand that. But here's the main difference. Saquon last year at this point was averaging 5.8 yards per carry. He's averaging 3.7 yards per carry right now. That's an average of 400 yards difference for the year right now that they're missing. And that's a difference of him from having 2,000 yards bang down his body. And second off, more importantly, that offensive line is not what it used to be. Honestly, like the entire offense is not what they used to be. AJ, by the way, I will say this real quick, and we can go into it deeper. AJ Brown, he's a whiny little bitch. I fucking hate him. Sorry, J Bob, he's a pussy. He sucks my late. He reminds me of a better Alshon Jeffrey, which is not saying too much. And Devontae Smith was a Heisman winner. He played under Nick Saban. He's a good person. He doesn't bitch and moan. He does his job, and he's now the leading number 1 receiver. Fuck you, AJ Brown. Stop whining and bitching. It pisses me off, J Bob. I love you, but like that
call.
guy.
I don't know if J Bob's in here, but real quick, couple of things.
I will text it. I will Discord him and tell him personally, like, watch the first minute of my rants.
So yeah, they're not. The offensive line's worse. Barkley looks diminished. Also, they're not giving him the chance to get in rhythms. So like all those things mixed together. Now, you mentioned AJ Brown bitching. Here's why I love Saquon.
I think it's a flip coin right now. I will stick to 50-50 personally. I love that. Of course, me being a homer, I would love the Bears. But yeah.
Here's why I love Saquon though is you haven't heard a peep out of Saquon. Besides, you know what Saquon says? I have to be better. He says I have to be better.
I love it.
That's called a consummate pro. You know what I'm saying? And like I think this is the game. Obviously, I'll get to my bets here in a little bit for Thursday and Friday. But this is the game. I think that this is the worrisome thing for the Bears if they decide to ride Saquon. Now, whether their offensive line can hold up, but I don't think it's going to matter if you can get to the second level of this Bears defense. Yeah, exactly. It's going to be trouble because he's so due for some big runs. And I'm just a little concerned with how good Philly's defense is. I know their offense is banged up. Their defense, yes, they have a couple injuries, but like that defensive line is awesome. And it's really hard to get to Caleb. It's really hard to bring Caleb down. But I think this is the defense that might be able to do it. So I'm gonna say 30%. I give the Bears 3 out of 10. 30. Bro, they're 7-point underdogs for a reason.
That's a higher percentage that you or me would have said when the schedule came out. I still think it's better than that. Sure. But I'm gonna tell you right now. I watched a video on YouTube from 670 The Score. They had however they set themselves from ESPN and 670 to like have their own people from like different networks. God, I can find her name, but she's a national, and I think she works from NFL.com or NFL Network. And she was just saying, and I'm assuming she's like a sideline reporter for the Eagles for them. Like she follows them around, and she was just saying that like the Eagles, them as a team, aren't like, oh, the Bears are trash, we're gonna just run over them. And she even topped on to say that That was from NFL executives from within that team. And then she's also talked to other NFC, not NFL, but NFC executives who are buying into what the Bears are doing right now. I mean, it's hard to not.
It would be nice though, Ray,
Johnson.
if they lost. If the Eagles had lost last week, I'd like our chances a lot more because they're not overlooking this game. I know it's like a weird, like kind of narrative thing I'm saying,
but the Bears aren't either.
This game.
The Bears know what's coming.
They're just a better team. They're just a better team than us. Like,
well, and I'm not going to argue that because you're right. Because one was a Super Bowl winner last year, but that team is not the same team as last year. That's what I'm trying to get at. Well,
I'll give you this,
because you're literally giving the Bears 30% chance. Where, like,
yeah,
I would say 40 would be more respectable. Like,
technically, the line would say 30% is accurate because it's a 7-point spread.
The line that you never bet on. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I'm not fucking touching that.
Tell me the lines you're using that you don't bet on personally. Okay, don't even bring that up to the.
I would bet the Bears. I would bet the Bears if I had to do the line. Here's what I'll say: is it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now we win every game. We win every game by 3 points. So like, and that's how the Eagles lose every game. The Eagles never lose. Yeah, the Eagles never lose handedly, right? They blow leads, and like the Denver game in particular, that game they were up. They were up what,
last
18-0.
week. Excuse me, they don't blow leads. Whoa!
No, I'm saying they only blow leads. They only blow leads.
Sorry,
Denver. They were up 18-0 and they blew that one. But the Eagles, so if the Bears win, they're winning by less than a touchdown for sure, like 3, I'd say. The problem is if the Bears lose this game, I can see them losing by 24. Like that's where I can't go 50% because in no world are we blowing out this Eagles team. And there's a world where like, all the luck kind of crashes down on us. We don't get some of the breaks we've had. We don't get the interceptions we've had, the turnovers, and we just get stomped on. Because I don't know if we could run the ball against this Eagles team. That's a problem. We've been running the ball so well. So let's move on, though, because we'll have a lot of time to talk about the Bears also tomorrow. It's not even the tomorrow game. So
you better have me on late night tomorrow to talk about that Bears game.
If they win, for sure.
No, tomorrow night. That's Thursday before the game.
Yeah.
Get me on 30 minutes at the end of the game.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so first game, Lions at home against the Packers. I was really debating betting on the Lions, and then I started looking at some of the injuries they have. Man, their offensive lines beat the shit.
But Frank Ragnow is coming out of retirement.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, you do. Oh, you like
Rights out.
And you. I'm sorry, just real quick. You like a guy coming out of retirement in week 13? Are you fucking kidding me?
Not for this week, but like obviously he's not playing this week. But for the playoffs, I can see that.
Well, and even then,
they need bodies, man.
No.
I'm saying
for them, it's smart. I'm talking the rest of the NFL.
So we have
him. I don't kick his ass.
Brock Wright's out. Tesla might be out. Khalif Raymond's out. Their offensive line's banged up. Their secondary's banged up, and like technically the Packers are pretty healthy. So it's hard for me to bet against.
And who's
the Lions at home? Lions are at home, and they're only a 2.5-point favorite.
I will at this point never bet against the Lions at home until they prove me different. They're 14-1.
Right.
I'm sorry. No, that's who the Bears are playing. No, yeah, I'm sorry. No, but either way, the Lions.
Who do you give me the percentage in this game? What do you got? You got 50-50. This one should be a true 50-50, right? I would actually favor the Packers in this one.
No, I'm opposite. 60-40 on the Lions. The Lions show up at home. That's the only time they show up.
I know. It's just the injuries, dude. Like they're beaten.
Honestly, like you're a bigger believer in the Packers than I am. I think they're fucking frauds.
No, I'm not. I believe in their defense. And like I know
what has their defense done to really show you like that they're better than the Seahawks or anything like that? Like because they traded for Parsons?
They match up very well. They match up really well against the Lions. Look at week 1, man. The Lions. Remember that game?
Week 1. Wow.
All right.
No, I'm not trying to be an ass. I'm just saying, like, I'm just joking with you. That's week 1. We're here now, week 13. We're like,
I trust me. I had the same sentiment as you, man. I was like, dude, this is an easy money bet to bet under a field goal on the Lions at home.
60%.
No, I'm saying that was my first initial inkling was this is an easy bet on the Lions at home coming off essentially it feels like a loss against the Giants. They won the game, but like that's also my worry is you just saw them get carved up by the Giants and. I don't know, man. I would lean the Packers.
I think Jordan Love is the biggest fraud in the NFL for the amount of money he makes, besides Kyler Murray and, those two.
I agree, but also Jared Goff Jared Goff is terrible against pressure. I mean, you
No,
saw
of
that
course.
Eagles game, bro. That was
Well,
awful. Granted, that was
100%.
outside and
No,
weather. I get that.
He's a statue in that he can't move. Like
So
once
if they can get pressure, that's an issue, man. So I don't know. I'm leaning Packers. You're leaning Lions.
I'm just
Next
going on the
game
run game. I guarantee. Dude,
yeah.
Gibbs at home. Good luck. Ray
Next
got
game
fucked on
we have.
So I guess I'm biased.
Next game we have Chiefs at Dallas. Chiefs are 3-point favorites. It was 3.5. Went down to 3. Who you liking in this one? This is a must win for both teams. I feel like it's more a must win for the Chiefs because they have Super Bowl aspirations. But Dallas is riding really high, man. The momentum. I know a lot of people say momentum's not real in sports. I disagree.
It is.
And this defense is good. And here's the thing: is you can't really run the ball right now against the Cowboys.
Well, you know what? I will give it to you. They did trade for Kenny Clark right off the bat, and then they trade for Quentin Williamson, right?
Yeah, Quentin Williams. He's good.
Yeah,
he's good.
I know.
And Logan Wilson's all right too.
Well, more importantly, they have Kenny Clark and Williams in the middle. That is a. I don't want to say it's a worse version, but it reminds me of the old 2001 Bears of Ted Washington and Keith Traylor, but not nearly as fat and big. But
Fucking
in modern,
man.
what I'm saying, in modern day version, that might be a good comparison because, like, obviously those two guys that we're talking about. If anybody doesn't know, the Bears back in 2001 had 2 defensive tackles, Keith Traylor and Ted Washington. I think they combined for around like 900 pounds, 800 pounds. Like, or maybe
it was like
7 and change. It was. I'm sorry. It was just so much though. They were each like at least 350 or 300 plus easy. So 600. One was 400, and the other one was like 350, 340. So
who you liking in this game?
I would say that at this point, man, I don't know.
I'm taking the Chiefs. It's simple as that. Yeah. I'm taking the Chiefs.
I mean, because I would
with
take the Chiefs
without the points. I don't care.
Well, even so, I'm with you because again, Eberflus, his defense. I just think that some way or another he will mess it up because that offense is clicking more than pretty much anything in the NFL right now, and the defense lets them down. I just think that.
Yeah. Last name, Ravens and Bengals. Ravens are a 7-point favorite, which is kind of wild because they shouldn't be 7-point favorites against anybody. But you also have the first game of Joe Burrow back. I can't believe he's coming back. Not for that at all. But right. You give them a chance to beat the Ravens in this game. No T. Higgins.
Well, Joe Burrow, sure. Because the Ravens' offense is not looking like, especially with like, I mean, you would know. You would know. I would know. Lamar is not looking hot right now. I mean, Derrick Henry's looking fine, but in general, that offense is not looking right. There's something off about it, and
yeah. And the thing is, this is a get right spot. This is if there's ever been a get right spot against the Bengals shitty ass defense, this is a get right spot. National TV game. I expect Lamar to start running in this game. I've been saying that for a few weeks now, but he hasn't had to because these games, I know there was a game against Jets actually last week. They were losing at halftime, but like they had no business even like competing with them. It was, they were in no world where they losing that game. This game, if they mess around, they will lose. So, so we're taking Ravens. What about with the spread? Would you take the 7 points with the Bengals?
Honestly, with Joe Burrow, I probably would because I mean, I don't know. That Ravens team is just not what it used to be. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I guess honestly, let me rephrase it. I wouldn't. Just because you're betting on Joe Burrow to come back to beat Joe Burrow right out of the gate against a mega. That's basically, I seem like Caleb Williams being out for as many weeks as he was to come back against the Packers and do well. That's just not going to happen. So, and even though Joe Burrow in a vacuum is more talented than Caleb right off the bat, but still, I mean, it's just tough.
All right, let's get some questions here. If Marvin plays, it looks like Marvin Harrison is going to play, guys. It's not official, but he came back to practice finally. So Silver says if Marv plays, start him, Michael Wilson, or DK Metcalf, who also has an ankle injury in full PPR. Sad to see the Michael Wilson, at least like the must start Michael Wilson territory go away. Would you play? Let's just start here. Would you play Marvin in full PPR? Are you playing Marvin the first week back or Michael Wilson?
Who's there?
I have that decision.
Who's Arizona? Who's Arizona playing?
They play the Bucks, I believe.
Probably their Bucks are at home, I believe. So,
yeah, at Bucks.
I mean, I'll just put it this way: literally, here's the reason. Everybody, if you don't understand the chemistry between Jacoby Brissett and Michael Wilson, was from training camp. I mean, if you don't know that, I mean, that's just what it is. They're backups together. They gained a chemistry. They now elevated to be number ones. They have that chemistry. I still think that chemistry will be good there, but like Marvin Harrison is just way more talented. So it's like, but it's just I know
he's a better prospect. I don't know if he's more talented as an NFL player.
Talented is what I should have said.
Yeah.
No, because you're right. Actually,
I think for this week, I'm going Michael Wilson this week, man. I'm going Michael Wilson this week, and it's just the sheer fact that I feel like Michael Wilson will play more snaps than him his first game back. He already was playing 80% with Marvin Harrison in the field, so you're gonna get more snaps. Also, you have the chemistry, like you mentioned. Just this a 1 week thing, probably. I think next week, week 14, I'll probably roll with Marvin Harrison over him, but we got to see how it shakes down.
But I'm saying real quick, just I'm to piggyback what you're saying. Just prove it till they prove it till they don't. Like Michael Wilson, when the week you called it, he's been on a hot streak since. So
25 catches, 300 yards in 2 games, brother. Silver says starting Bijan, pick two more running backs in PPR: Kyron, Judkins, and Dowdle. So you got to bench one of these: Kyron, Judkins, and Dowdle.
How about you answer that because you already know my answer? XFL.
You're gonna bench Dowdle?
PPR. I mean,
yeah, maybe you're benching Judkins.
Well, I'm starting Kyron.
Cleveland I have both. Right.
But
Cleveland has the Niners. It's a weather game. It's a real bad weather game.
Oh, that's right.
Which would lead me to want to go Judkins. And I might leave Dowdle off, man, just because it's a tougher matchup against the Rams.
At Carolina.
As much as I love Dowdle, like I'm going to start Kyron and Judkins, even if it's PPR. I don't care.
Everybody, the only reason I let Rob say that because in one of our leagues, I have Bijan and Kyron. I don't have those other two. So in a vacuum, in PPR especially, maybe if it was something else, I may have said Judkins or Dowdle over Kyron. But Kyron does get receiving receptions. That's why I told Rob to answer because I'm picking Kyron in its answer because I have him, but that's the reason why I would pick him because he is a more receiving option. Especially, dude, honestly, Chuba Hubbard, he had a pretty good receiving, opportunities last week.
Yeah, he was on the field.
Right, so.
Mechie, Quentin Johnson, Pierce, or Gatson in the flex. So, Mechie, Quentin Johnson, Pierce, or Gatson. I might go Gatson, dude, or Alec Pierce, but Alec Pierce's matchup's not easy against the Texans.
No, and especially, give
me Gatson. Gatson against the fucking Raiders?
Jones is hurt with a quad. He's going to play, but nonetheless, like a quad injury with a quarterback who doesn't have a rocket arm doesn't really help with the guy that is needed for a rocket pass. So
and you're going to be under fucking duress hardcore against the Texans. So are we going Gatson? I know it sucks to go tight end in the flex.
I would go Gatson as well, just because. Here's the thing, though. Like Herbert, I don't know. He hasn't been. I don't know. I'd rather go with Quentin Johnson. Is just so inconsistent.
You can't play Quentin Johnson.
He's been playing much more consistently with a better floor.
What are your thoughts on John Mechie? So Adonai Mitchell, let's talk about this real quick. Adonai Mitchell and John Mechie are both playing 85% of the snaps. So the lead dogs there. It's those two and Mason Taylor and then Breece Hall. Not exactly a murderer's row with Tyrod Taylor. So, but they're going to be playing from behind almost every game. So you're going to get the targets. Where would you lean in full PPR? I know John Mechie seems to be the obvious choice. Would you go John Mechie or would you go Adonai Mitchell?
Honestly, I'd probably just go Mechie at this point. But honestly, I don't know. How do you feel about DK?
DK is ahead of both those guys, honestly. But I'll tell you this, man.
I just want to throw that.
I like Adonai Mitchell, and I heard a stat today. I read a stat that Adonai Mitchell had 170 air yards. 170 air yards. He was responsible for 60% of the team's air yards. I know those weren't catches, but that's how fantasy points are made, man. Yes. Where John Mechie's getting the catches, 5, 6, 7 yards on the field, but they're chucking. It was only at 6 targets, dude. I think it was 7 targets for Adonai Mitchell, 6 targets, 2 catches. But man, I like with that juice, and Tyrod Taylor is an underrated deep ball passer. So I'm actually scooping up Adonai Mitchell in a lot of leagues, man, just because I want to see. I think they're just going to pepper him, and they need to see if John Mechie is what he is, right? Adonai Mitchell has some big upside, and he's a former 2nd-round pick that should have been a 1st-round pick if he wasn't a knucklehead. Now that's come to fruition. Obviously, they ran him out of town in Indy. But like, dude, he is a talented player. He can play every position on the field. He just can't catch.
I'll just say that I would agree that, I mean, everything you just said, I would agree with. I would say put a break on your expectations for the rest of the season value until Garrett Wilson comes back. Because at this point, I think there's
Garrett Wilson's not coming back, buddy.
Yeah, well, I'm holding out hope. That's why I didn't drop him in XFL.
Well, I'll tell you why he's not coming back is that I watched a lot of those Jets games. You saw his body language. He's just done with his team. He's done with Aaron Glenn. So, like, where I feel like Drake London, I didn't see the same things from Drake London, and they're actually kind of in the running still for that division. I don't think Garrett Wilson's coming back. In general, I don't know if he's capable with the injury already, and then you mix that with his mental state. I would just say fuck it. I would say fuck it too.
Hey, I'm just saying that in XFL, I'm not dropping his ass because my luck would be he would come back.
You have an IR spot, yeah.
You pick him up and Ray the Ray. I ain't letting that happen. I'll rather die.
I'm just giving my advice. I'm giving my advice. In most of the leagues I had Garrett Wilson. I didn't have IR spots. There was no IR spots, but I dropped him in every league. Everybody comes back.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's going to be week 16, week 17. So, like, what are we talking about? I can't trust Garrett. The last game he played, he had 0 catches through 3 quarters. Like, that's insane. Like, get out of here with that shit. And I get what you're saying. Our league is more shallow.
No, I want to let everybody know. I'm just doing it for personal reasons because I have had my own fuckery of vendettas and fantasy when I do this. And Rob is my number one competitor in that league. So Ray's luck would be I drop him, he picks him up, holds on to him. All of a sudden he comes back, but that's Rob would only do that he literally admitted that'd be sheer luck.
I wouldn't pick him up though.
Well, no, they're on the playoffs and they're going nowhere. So yeah.
Yeah, GT. If Jacobs sits, start Wilson over McMillan or Chase Brown. Well, Jacobs is playing for sure though. So
right.
Yes, if for some reason he has a setback in pregame warmups, I'm starting Wilson over both those guys. But it's like 99% chance Josh Jacobs plays tomorrow. And now in terms of starting Wilson, and not in this situation, but in a vacuum, another situation, if you're in a pinch, I think you might still get 30% of Emmanuel Wilson, which isn't a lot, but like it's something. He might get 8 touches. So like if you need. If you're deciding over a shit player, like I'm trying to think of like Isaiah Pacheco or something, like I'd probably rather go Wilson over Isaiah Pacheco first game back. Hopefully that's not your situation, but I've seen crazy shit. Here we go. These days. Jason says if Kid Rock's in the building, I put my mortgage on the Lions. Eminem. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of people there. Chris Olave or Jalen Waddle this week? This is a tough question we had yesterday, and they're in the same game.
But he popped up on the injury report today with a back injury. Olave. Yeah, it was during practice. They said, fine. "Oh, you think he's fine?" I have 3. I didn't. I'm just saying I have so much value in this guy. I mean, when I say value, I'm sorry, stock options. I have 3 out of 4.
You know who you're talking to? Oh, actually, that's more percentage than I have. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Well,
I have like 8.
Talking to you, 9. I got 8. Exactly right. But
same game, and their Vegas numbers are exactly the same. They're both at like 72 yards. So it's real close, man. I would go Jalen Waddle though.
I would say same at home. I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
As much as I have Olave, I have 0 Jalen Waddle stock, and I would love Olave to do 100-yard plus and kill it. But here's the thing: New Orleans is indoors. They're playing outside in Miami. I don't care if it's November. It's still they have a weird humidity that teams aren't used to, and on top of that, Jalen Waddle is at home. Send Jalen Waddle.
All right, Jason, we'll answer a couple more questions. I'm going to get to my bets and get Ray's take on my bets, show them all to you. I did release the video a couple hours ago. A couple other things to talk about. Hit the intro after that, and we'll get on to everyone's questions. So keep on pounding them in here. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not. There's only 13 people in here. Pretty weak. Set my lineup this week. 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 receivers, a tight end, and 2 flexes, Ray. Burrow, Jones, and Brissett are his quarterbacks. He didn't tell us the scoring, which is kind of important, but we'll just go at full PPR.
We'll say half, just to be safe.
Okay. Burrow, Jones, Brissett. Are we going Joe Burrow here? I think I'm going Joe Burrow. I don't like it too much,
but here's the thing. I'm with you. What we said earlier with it, they're not playing him if he's not really that healthy. Because I don't know if you said this. I'm sorry. I heard on the radio. They're right though. Why would they be playing him if there's even a 10% chance of him re-injuring it, and he's gonna be out for up till mid next year or something? That means more than major toe surgery they had now.
Well, they're really stupid though, Ray. So, whoops, this is the wrong one. Let's see.
You're right about that.
Let's just go through this quick because this is a lot to go through, man. This is definitely a Discord kind of question. Ortiz, you need to get in the Discord if you're not in there and post this in the Discord with a picture. A lot easier for us to break it down. Barkley, Javonte, Kyron.
I'll
I'm
go
going those
Burrow,
three.
Barkley, Kyron, Chase, Nico, Sutton,
You can't
and
start Terry.
No, I'm deciding between Sutton and Deke because I have
think
Sutton.
The way it's DK. It's DK,
Yeah,
by the way.
DK,
And the way it's listed is kind of the way it is. Like that's the way you want to start.
Right.
You have it right. And then he asked, do you start defenses against your own players? For example, I have Genty and the Chargers D. I don't really care about that, honestly. I'm going to start my best.
I don't either.
Let the chips fall where they may.
Unless it's a major passing offense. A running back like that, I don't worry as much. But if it's like, the number one passing offense against a Bears defense with no DBs, like that's knowing going to get 40 points, probably not because your defense not going to get any points for you.
Jay Hang, start Dak or Lamar this week. I'm going Lamar. And the scoring, that's the scoring. If it's 6 for a passing touchdown, give me Dak. If it's 4 for a passing touchdown, Lamar. If there's passing bonuses, like 300-yard bonuses, I'm going Dak. If it's just standard ass stock scoring, I'm going Lamar.
Agreed.
It's Lamar Jackson, bro. And the Chiefs are not a slouch on defense.
Hey, real quick, if everybody can just add in like how he just said start Dak or Lamar this week, and then said in PPR or full PPR, whatever, just add in just real quick that extra couple letters of your what your PPR or what your scoring is. That can literally help us make your difference of like, oh, we're thinking it's full PPR, but it's standard, and then you get fucked. Like we want to help you out as much as we can. That just really breaks it all down that much easier.
Jason, you just listed 3 of your teams, bro. Like, I mean, that's just a lot. Like, if you give me a super chat, I'll definitely break that down. But just get in the Discord and we can actually break that down. We do that as a community here, but like, it's just also just the visual is tough to just go through these names. I need to see that shit like in the actual.
We just spent 20 minutes
like
talking all that. Like that's so much.
Jason, happy Thanksgiving if you're in the Eastern time zone. We're Midwestern guys, Jason, but
Jason,
it's 5
love you,
o'clock
brother.
somewhere. It's Thanksgiving somewhere. Thank you, Jason.
Bear down, brother.
All right, so a couple of things we'll get to. We'll get to everyone's comment here in a little bit. Try to keep it a little simpler if you could. I mean, you can give us a couple options, but like your whole team, that is just like that's a lot, bro. And one team's one thing, but 3 teams. What?
I'm saying for me.
Oh, yeah, no, it's hard for me too, man.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna list. Well, I am a pretty talented individual, man of many talents, if you will. All right, so I'm going to get to my bets here, and I'm going to see what you got here. So one of them's not listed, but let's see.
Hey, real quick, dude. By the way, my buddy that joined from my work, he literally he's told me he's like Ray, I'm following your buddy's bets, and this was last week. He's like, I put in, I think he said put in like $100, and he's like, I'm just putting $10 to each because he asked me, he said, did he put it in parlay? He's like, no. That he makes that clear. Do not put in parlays. Like he does it individually, and he's actually like super engaged, dude. He's just like I'm doing every one. He's like it's fucked, dude, because like he puts these bets out and then all of a sudden 6 hours later the line changes. I'm like, yeah, that's what he says,
dude.
When he puts his numbers out, play the bets then because things change so damn quickly. To where it literally can be the difference with when it's yardage numbers. Yardage numbers are so big. So
they change.
I'm sorry.
So yeah, like the record for one thing. Thank you.
He's loving everything you're doing. Man.
The record's one thing, but like I'm actually more proud of the fact that I'm always on the right side of these bets. And like I feel like being on the public side is more dangerous in terms of the lines than they are on the props because sometimes they set the props wrong on some of these names. So like, and it's crazy. Like a lot of these, I get them at 3 or 4 in the morning. I wait for the line to drop. I'm like on there scouring. I'm putting a lot of work into this shit clearly. And then the second it drops, and I look in the morning when I wake up and it goes from like 74 to like 80. I'm like, bro. And then it'll go down to 77 and then it'll end at 81.
Do you want to know exactly why that is? The professional bettors in Vegas are sleeping or not sleeping. Their time. I'm saying that time is not hit for them to do it. You got to, you personally can do it earlier.
I see.
I'm just
okay. So let's get into this.
Now, but it would make sense.
Let's get into these now, and here we go. So I actually have another one I added that's not in here. So the other one is Jamison Williams over 49.5 receiving yards. I was going to wait for the rushing and receiving yards to the combo yards for him. Certain wide receivers, they list that, the guys that are capable of getting carries. And they didn't put it out, and then I wanted to get ahead of the Brock Wright news. And once Brock Wright was ruled out, like now I think it's going to go. And now you have no Khalif Raymond. So I feel like this line is going to go to 55. Anyway, so we have that one. J-Mo Williams over 49.5. We are looking at CeeDee Lamb over 74.5 receiving yards. Lamar Jackson over 24.5 rushing yards. Saquon over 74.5 rushing yards. All four of those. Ray, what do you just go through each one? Jameson Williams, what do you think about that one?
So, oh God, here's the thing: is that obviously the obvious. Well, first off, I'm going to tell you right now that Jameson Williams is not on your thing. You only have CD.
No, I know. I told you. I added that later.
Oh, okay. Okay. I just want to make sure your graphic doesn't show that. But either way, I would say, what was the number for it again?
49.5, so 50 plus.
Yeah, I would say that's a go at this point because this is going to be a shootout game. I think personally because it's indoors. I mean, unless I think the Packers' offense is just not that great. Like they're not bad, but they can't keep up with that Lions offense. But the Lions defense has not been playing all well. So that's my point to where that 50 points, especially he had a zero burger last week. All it takes is one bomb, and indoors, dude, he gets that quite often. That's not a bad play at all. And your Lamar play.
That's my least favorite of the three.
But I'm saying
that's of the four.
I agree. But I'm saying
so let's go in order. CeeDee Lamb. Now CeeDee Lamb's up to 80 yards now, so that line's moved six yards. But as constructed, 74. Everyone that bet it when I bet it, that's what we're getting. 74 plus yards. What do you think about that one?
And we agreed that this is going to be a passing game. Like
it's going to have to be. Yeah, you can't run the ball in the
But
Chiefs.
I mean, here's the thing: is that unfortunately Pickens is really seemed to be taking over that number one spot. Mm-hmm. Only because though. Excuse me, is that he being CD is the true number one. So every team is just doubling down to make sure that he doesn't fuck them over. But clearly they're doing that, and Pickens is fucking them over. So I think
I'll tell you why I made the bet, Ray.
I want to say I think teams are going to start leveling that out because Pickens is killing it.
Right. And they can't just give single to Pickens.
Correct.
Here's why I made the bet. When I made the bet, Pickens was 76 and CeeDee Lamb was 74. And I was like, in what world are they setting Pickens lying higher than CD? Now that is swapped. Where now it's CeeDee Lamb at 80, Pickens at 73, I believe. And I was like, dude, I'll just take CeeDee Lamb is getting 10 targets a week. And just in this matchup, I know the slots tougher, but they move them all over the field. So I love that one. Lamar Jackson, 24.5. Never seen his line this low in my life. Wild as hell. It's up to 27.5 now. Still, I like that number there. I know he hasn't been.
I'm shaking my head because I have him in fantasy in your league, and it's just like,
yeah,
he hasn't been doing this. But again, this is a divisional game, and all divisional games, no matter what, that's why everybody even figured out the NFL has switched because Jeff Bezos clearly bitched and moaned enough to where the NFL switched the NFL Thursday games to being, they're just whatever random games to where, no, there's mostly a lot of divisional games that happen during these weeks. And that's because Rob, you can tell me I'm wrong. Jeff Bezos put his money in. He got a lot of shit games and he got no viewership and less money. And then all of a sudden, I'm sure he made himself known that, I'm going to pull out if you don't give me the goods. And here we are.
I'm banking on Lamar getting this total in the first quarter. First half. First half.
Me too.
And then last one, Saquon Barkley over 74.5. This is only at 76.5. Hasn't gone up too much. Just rushing yards. The total yards was like 105. I was like, I'm not fucking with that. He's been getting a lot of receiving work. I think they're just going to pound the rock here. And then this is before the Devonta Smith news. So if he's out, man. So yeah, I think that my least favorite one's Jameson Williams of the bunch.
So I mean, of course, as a homer, I would like to say that Saquon number is trash, but at the same time, I would honestly be truthful feeling that if we had full Tremaine Edmonds and TJ Edwards healthy.
Yep.
They're not.
They're out, right? They're both out.
And Sewell, Penei Sewell's brother, he's out.
Yeah.
And yeah, so like that's our three top linebackers. And our first two linebackers, if healthy, I'm not going to sit here and say, they're like some of the best duo, but they're probably top 10 duo in the league. So like I'm saying, you add everything together when all of our defense is healthy, I would feel so much more confident that honestly, I would not like that play. But unfortunately, we know we know what's coming. And again, I do believe that the Eagles line is not as good, but still Saquon's too talented.
Yeah, I gotta do it. All right, we're gonna get to the questions here in a second. I got one little quick story I gotta put up here. I don't know if you saw this. This is hilarious. Have you seen Total Recall, the original Total Recall? All right, so remember the scene with Arnold where he has the ladies' makeup on? Did you see
Yes.
the story, dude? Italian man accused of dressing up as his dead mom to claim her pension. So she died 3 years ago. He kept her mummified body in a fucking closet, dude. And then literally like waited around for the pension, whatever the meeting was, and like dresses up like her. And like they're like, I guess the quote was like they knew it was fake because she had dark hair on her arms and on her chin. Just like, dude, like that's a crazy crime. Also, just despicable
First off,
behavior.
that mugshot is pretty close, except the wig.
It is. Yeah, but it's not bad, honestly. It would pass if it wasn't for the hair. It's a lot of hair.
There's just so much more fucked up things that happen in this world than that. But that's easily that to keep your mom mummified. That is next level of fuckery. That
that's some wild stuff, bro. Holy shit! Like, you know what? Burn in hell, bro. Like, have fun burning in hell. If there's a hell, I know you're going there. All right, I'm gonna hit you guys with the intro, and then we'll answer everyone's questions after this. Ray, you there? I hear you. Shit, I forgot the. I didn't do the updated one. That was not the. What are you eating there? I didn't have the updated intro. That was my bad. That was from yesterday's. But what are you eating there? Steak? Meat sweats. Meat sweats in the hizzy. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Meat sweats.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say sorry. I was a couple minutes late because I needed to make sure it was all locked and loaded. Listen.
That's Helen Hunt. Okay, a couple announcements, little shout outs to make before we get to questions. Got a shout out to the Patreon members per usual. Thank you guys for keeping the lights on here and 7 nights a week. Appreciate everyone on there. The list is growing ever so slightly. So if you're not in there, you want to get in the Discord, you want access to the bets, you want free merchandise, you want to play in our upcoming NFL Fantasy Playoff League, you want to play in next year's fantasy leagues, Professional Fanatics Community Leagues. They're going to be super fun. You want to be a guest host on the show. Friday and Saturday, having 2 guest hosts on the show. Ray, probably with you as the third. They're the third wheel. You're the third wheel. I'm the third wheel. Whatever. Yeah, that's a lot of good perks there. If you want to access that, go to professionalfanatics.com or just Professional Fanatics on Patreon, and I will send you the link to the Discord right after the show ends. Also, that also gives a beer chug for me. So if you sign up during the show, you get a beer chug. A lot of ways for me to chug beer. Every 5 super chats of any color, beer chug. Every $20 super chat, beer chug. And every Patreon sign up is a beer chug. We have 3 out of 5, so 2 more. We'll do a chug. Ray's gonna get down on that with me as well. We do as many as we get, man. I think one time we did 8.
How many times? How much time? Oh my god! These are probably frozen.
What? Oh, okay. Frozen beer chugs. Love it. Okay, let's get back to the questions here. Without further ado, I don't know what that statement means, but Jason says the Bucks. Yeah, you know that it's the Bucks, baby. Is JD5 worth picking up? I currently have Joe Burrow and Bo Nix as quarterbacks. I scooped him up in a few leagues, Jason. Those are leagues that I lost Joe Burrow early on, and I dropped him. And then also, I'm trying to think who else I had. Maybe Justin Fields teams. And I'm like rolling with like Trevor Lawrence and Brock Purdy, guys like that. So I picked him up in those situations because I already have a bye in those leagues. So I'm just like, okay, I just need him for week 15 and 16. And if he doesn't come back, I'll drop him. They shouldn't bring him back. They shouldn't bring back Joe Burrow, but they're doing that. So like, would it surprise you if the Commanders brought back Jaden Daniels? It wouldn't surprise me. So what are your thoughts on picking up Jaden Daniels as a speculative ad? It's silly. I mean, they shouldn't bring him back, but they will.
I would say that if you're, because here's the thing, Rob, I know that you have a different outlook of keeping 2 quarterbacks. If you're a team that's struggling, I'm saying in general for me, if you're a team that's struggling to like make the playoffs, I don't do that. But for instance, I'm in 3 leagues and I'm in like 2 of them, I'm reading the playoffs. The other one, I'm pretty damn guaranteed the playoffs. I have elite quarterbacks, but I have elite backups because if that guy gets injured, I'm fucked. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going anywhere. So my point is that if you're a person like that, where you're in the playoff hunt or you're guaranteed playoffs, yes, pick him up because who knows what could happen. Your guy can get injured, and especially if they're planning on like bringing him back, and
they are. And for me, I'm not. If I have my Patrick Mahomes teams, I'm not picking up Jaden Daniels.
Correct.
I'm just gonna like bank on him staying healthy. The teams I'm picking him up on are my Trevor Lawrence teams, and the teams that either have a bye that I'm locked into a bye, or that I'm locked into like the 4 or 5 seed. If I'm like on the line to make the bye, I'm not gonna possibly risk a roster spot. Like it needs to be a perfect storm. You need to have a bad quarterback, and you need to, no one even in the top 5. Like if I have Bo Nix, for instance, I'm picking up JD5.
Correct. Bo Nix is too unreliable right now.
What's up, boys? What do you think of the news that we got for Hampton and that Vidal will be a 1-2 punch? How do you see the split going? Real quick with Vidal, I actually scooped up. I used a waiver on Vidal in a couple leagues where I'm in a couple leagues where I'm 7-5 and I'm on the 6th seed right now. I need to win. So there's 2 weeks left, right? And like I don't think Hampton's playing this week. They just activated his window, bro. Like I don't think he's playing. So like I would say Vidal is awesome this week. Also a good matchup against the Raiders. And then it's going to be a 1-2 punch, but that's just a very vague term, Max. Like 1-2 punch. It's still going to be 60. By the time the fantasy playoffs roll around, when it really matters, it's going to be 65-35, 60-40 at the very most for Vidal. So he turns into a handcuff, into maybe a playable handcuff, like at best, like David Montgomery's usage that we see currently. Not the old David Montgomery usage, but right now, I think you're muted, Ray. Right now it's going to be Vidal this week. Vidal is a must start. And now if Hampton comes back this week, I think you can still roll with Vidal. I'd rather start Vidal this week than Hampton, but I'm telling you, Hampton's not playing this week.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I'm saying I have a good friend of mine who's asking me this, and he's like, he was in 4th place. I'm sorry, 9th place. He's up to 4th now. He's on a 6-game win streak, and he has Hampton, so he's asking me if he's gonna play because like clearly he needs to win. So now I'll tell him like, no, I don't know. Yahoo Sports said, oh, he's back. It's like, oh, thanks, you fucking.
His practice window open, but he has yet to practice. So I got to see it first. Also, 21 people in here. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. We have 13 likes. There's probably been 70 people in here, 100 people in here. It's the least you can do. Get some more people in here. Support the channel 7 days a week with this shit with 6 different awesome guests. The community itself is worth it. It's worth the trip alone. Max, Benson owner dropped him, and I'm going to try to pick him up. Going to drop B-Rob. I think I can take the risk since I got A-Chain and my RBs will be loaded even if I lost CMC. Yeah, I like that. I mean, I don't. If B-Rob's a starter, right? If you have CMC, I don't like that. So I'm not doing that.
And that's what he said. Even if I lost CMC, it's like
right.
I mean,
I would much rather have B-Rob if there's no CMC than Benson. And I like Benson's schedule. I think Benson's gonna be a top 18 guy. The problem is if you're talking about a bench running back, and like you're essentially gonna be like, well, if CMC goes down, I'll replace him with Benson. You'd rather just replace him with B-Rob. Now, unfortunately, if A-Chain goes down, that doesn't help you. But I think B-Rob's a top 8, top 10 option at the position. And I think Trey Benson's top 16, top 18. So Benson's still solid. There's just more question marks with Benson. Yes, he's more likely to get the starting role. I mean, he's going to have it when he comes back. But we don't know what that looks like. We know what B-Rob would be a 70% snap player in that offense because they don't like the other guys they have behind him.
Right.
I'm keeping B-Rob. I would drop somebody else, Max. Who else do you have? Post in the Discord or post it on here. Who else do you have?
But Benson's a definite picker we can.
Am I dropping Trey Tucker in a 10-man PPR? Depends who you're dropping him for. Now, I hate Trey Tucker. I've been on the record saying he's trash, but he had 10 targets last week, man. And if you watch the film, I went back and watched that game. He was wide open 3 different times down the field, and he was just Geno Smith. Now, granted, was under a lot of pressure. Geno, and one of them, had no pressure. He just missed him. So, like, that stat line could have been a lot better. So,
and then the week, and then
all team league, no.
Well, in the week before, he had a 40 to 50 plus yard touchdown. That was called back for.
Yeah. So I mean, look at like we go beyond the box score here, and that's what the beyond the box score says. You watch the film in the game. Trey Tucker. The problem is you're saying 10-man league. So yes, I think in a 10-man league you can probably drop him, but I'm not dropping Trey Tucker for Tremere DK, for instance. I'm not dropping him for Adonai Mitchell, even though I like Adonai Mitchell. Give me the guy that's the number one in that offense. And for all we know, I know Brock Bowers is healthy now. If for some reason Brock Bowers got nicked up, Trey Tucker's looking at 10 targets a week for sure. I like this comment from Matt. Hit the like button harder than Ray Rice on an elevator. Ooh, The best part of that video, or I guess the worst part of that video, is him dragging his fiance out of there by like short hair. It was like it's literally like something you see in Family Guy.
It looks like,
you know what I mean? You know how like in Family Guy, if they show someone like beating someone up, they just drag them. Like exactly what that was. Be growing stuff. Half PPR, pick one flex. Judkins, Michael Wilson, Marks, Mooney. Also Hurts or May. Thanks. I'm going Hurts. Now, if Devontae Smith misses, I might go Drake May. That's a close one because Drake May is due for a big game against the Giants defense, especially in terms of the flex. I'm not going. It's Judkins pretty easily.
Yeah, Judkins. Yeah, that's it. I would say that's an easy answer for that end. If
Marvin Harrison does not play, I would probably go Michael Wilson. If Marvin Harrison plays, I'm not going Michael Wilson. It's Judkins in a weather game too. The Niners defense. That's the craziest thing about that game on Monday night is it was a close game and the Panthers refused to run the ball. And like, that's their strength. And that's the weakness of the Niners. And they're just like, fuck it. Here's 6 carries, Rico. Like, we're on the 1 yard line or 2 yard line on first and goal. Let's throw an interception. Like, run the ball. And the Browns, they're not dumb. The Browns know they're not going to put the ball in Shedeur Sanders' hands. They're going to give Judkins 20+ carries.
Can I give a hot take that who knows? Myles Garrett might break the record for sacks next week.
Wouldn't surprise me, man. Pick 2. Pitts, Strange, and Theo.
Such a hot take.
I'm going Pitts for sure. I really like Pitts this week. There's no one else there. Drake London's already ruled out. So give me Pitts and give me Theo. Touchdown upside.
I mean, here's the thing. Strange was a good option until he got hurt. And with no Brian Thomas Jr., I might take Strange. I would agree with Pitts. I might take Strange over Theo. But not by a mile.
Yeah, I think it's Pitts for sure. And then the other two, and in the half PPR, I'd go Theo. And he said his full PPR. So that's where Strange is probably more appealing. But, dude, Theo just looks good, and he's just such a big part of that offense. And I'm not saying Strange isn't, but, like, there's a chance Brian Thomas comes back. So if Brian Thomas comes back, we're not going Strange. There's too many mouths there. So, yeah, I'd say that. If Brian Thomas is out, then go Strange. If Brian Thomas plays, then go Theo. But Pitts is for sure starting. Jonathan, ship birthday time for me tomorrow. Need some fantasy W's this weekend. Is it your birthday tomorrow or technically today, Jonathan? Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, brother.
And how old? I think you might have said in the Discord. You're young, right? You're a young buck.
That's a young buck.
Getty's ride with Baltimore defense or drop for Nola or Tampa Bay rest of the season. I believe it's Tampa Bay. Now, Baltimore has a better short-term schedule outside of the game on tomorrow. But Tampa Bay has a really nice schedule for the fantasy playoffs. Let me look at the schedule here. I like the next 3 weeks. I like the next 3 weeks of Baltimore.
So at home against Atlanta. All right. So from now on, week 13 and on, at home against Arizona, at home against New Orleans, at Atlanta. I'm sorry. At home against Atlanta, at Carolina, and at Miami. The answer is Tampa Bay.
Bucks. I know their defenses look bad, but Todd Bowles, terrible head coach, great coordinator. They're not that beat up. I don't know what's going on with that defense. They will get it right. They'll start blitzing again. They're also a really fantasy-friendly defense. The way they play, like they blitz, they get turnovers, they allow some points. You're going to get turnovers and sacks. That's what we want, man. So I've been stashing the Bucks, and now it's not even a stash because it was a stash for me because I just rolled with them last week against the Rams because I wanted them on my team. But like now it's not a stash. Now they're a must start. And like also you have those matchups in the playoffs. I love that. Knicks or Brissett's?
Brissett.
Yeah, I think so, man. Knicks does have a pretty juicy matchup against the Commanders.
Yeah, well, they're at Commanders, which I know it doesn't necessarily mean like a make or break, but at the same time, at Tampa Bay, Arizona. I mean, or no, we're talking. Yeah, Arizona at Tampa Bay. I mean, that might be tough.
Matt, there's nothing too extreme for this stream, baby. I might not put it up on the board if it gets too raunchy, but we're all here for it, man. Would you trade Burrow and Judkins for Stafford and Benson? Burrow and Judkins for Stafford and Benson. Are
you gonna first off just not like acknowledge the name?
Champagne.
What's
up, Champagne?
I'm sorry. It is shame. I was thinking Campaign from the Bulls.
No, Campaign. Hey, he was a pretty good player for a couple of years. Yeah. I think I want Burrow and Judkins side, man. Just because I love Trey Benson, but it's so hard.
But we don't know. Wait, Stafford's better than Burrow, but Judkins is way more superior than Benson, and Burrow could get much closer to what Stafford could do.
What's weird, though, is there's question marks on both ends because Burrow's a question mark. Let's be honest. It's a question mark.
Oh, yeah.
And then Benson's a question mark.
No, to your point,
so
you have
Stafford
one solid,
safe,
solid for each and then one question for each. So
here's the answer is if Judkins is your RB3 as your flex essentially, and you have another guy you can plug in there, you go Stafford and Benson. If you're relying on Benson as your RB2, just give me Judkins and Joe Burrow. Like I'm not willing to like weaken a position for the upside of Benson. And again, and I'm a big Ray, you know, I'm a big Trey Benson fan. As Ray just scarfs down the fucking steak. I love it. Yeah, so give me it depends on your roster, Champagne. Again, Champagne, you need to get in the Discord so you could post your roster because this is a very, you know, there's a lot of factors at hand too. Like if you're what's your record? Because if you're set for a bye, fuck yeah, give me Trey Benson because he has a great matchup week 16, week 17. But if you're fighting for the playoffs or fighting for the bye, I'm not going to sacrifice a bye for a guy I don't know if he's even playing this week. You can't play Benson this week. I'm not playing him anywhere this week if he plays.
Well, and here's the thing that, to be honest, dude, one player out of the four is on an MVP level on the number one team. Everybody else, Judkins is an elite running back right now, but he's on a shit team with Cleveland. Who, if they're, you know, the game script goes against them for running, he's out of the game. I mean, didn't that happen 2 weeks ago where Judkins did nothing or close to nothing? It was a bad game script for them. So I'm just saying, like, he is a great guy to play. It's just Stafford is the number one guy. I'm with you though. I'm not doing that bending on Benson until he proves it, and he's not going to prove it until he plays, and he won't play for too late.
Jason, like I said, man, I answered the first one. You literally listed your entire roster and like told me to set your lineup. Like it's just too much. Like I need the visual of the actual page in front of me, and I did one of them. It's just like I can't. That's three. I can't set all your lineups on here. Like I said, if you super chat me one of them, I will go through it. It's just difficult for me. I'm a visual kind of dude. That's a Discord kind of question. You post, people do that all the time. They post their rosters, they post their free agent page, like, and that's, you can have 6 or 7 or 8 eyes on that, opposed to just me and Ray on this live stream where it's a little time sensitive because that will take, if I'm going to give you honest answers and like really go through it and look at matchups and all that kind of stuff, it's going to take me 5 minutes per team. And like, that's also not fair to the rest of the chat for me to spend 15 minutes on your questions and then skip over some others. So again, I'm sorry. Hopefully you don't think that's rude, but it's just a lot to go through your lineup the way you had it constructed. So again, it costs $2 a month to get into the Discord, which is the place to be. This show goes on 24/7, baby. Start Henry, Chase Brown, or Henderson. What's the scoring? This is standard, I think. I think it's standard. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jay. Henry, Chase Brown, or Henderson. I'm going to go Henry for sure in this matchup. And then I think it's going to be, again, it depends on P. Ryan. So we got to get news on P. Ryan. Do you know any updates on P. Ryan, Ray? Is because I think he might play. No. He wasn't supposed to play, but if there's no P. Ryan, we're going Henry and Chase Brown.
Hold on.
Because I'm going Henry and Chase Brown either way, I think, dude.
So Logs full practice Tuesday. So I think he's gonna be ready to go. So I would go Henry and Henderson, to be honest.
Yeah, if P. Ryan plays, that one's tough. Henry's the answer though, for sure.
Yes. Oh yeah, no. But here's the thing, dude. Stevenson has 6 carries and he averaged almost near just over 3 yards a carry. And Henderson, he was the guy. I mean, I think honestly, my major concerns in the beginning of the year, I think that Vrabel is finally gotten over that fucked up hump. I think. I mean, we'll find out this week.
Oh man, I think so too. But Cap was on here. He made a good point yesterday that it's Mike Vrabel is stubborn. He loves his veterans, and it might be back to a 50-50 split. It's not going to be what it was earlier in the year. It'll probably still be, 1A as in Henderson, 1B Stevenson. But that's concerning. Where I'm telling you, P. Ryan's not coming back to a 1B role. So I guess for me, Bandit, if it's full PPR, I'm going to go with Chase Brown because he's catching a fuckload of passes. I think Henderson has more touchdown upside, but let me know the scoring in the chat, and we'll figure that one out. So
Bandit, I'll go Henderson just because I don't believe. I mean, Rob doesn't have a bad idea. He doesn't have a bad point. I just think that Henderson has proved his point, and I know he wasn't most efficient last week, but Stevenson was way less efficient with every opportunity. It's standard.
It's standard scoring. So we're gonna go Henderson.
Yeah. All right. All right.
All right.
All right.
All right. So hard. Who's getting the goal? I think
Yeah,
Chase Brown's more likely to get goal line work.
That's what I'm saying. Fuck. I mean,
Yeah, we're going Chase Brown.
I would just go Chase Brown for the hell of it because, like,
yeah.
So here's the thing. I started some AJP Ryan 1 week, and when he literally the week or two he got hurt, he got like 16, 17 points in full PPR, and then he got hurt. And I looked at his numbers because it's not a league you're in, but I needed just like a random flex spot. And he did good for me, but then I looked, he did not do much of anything before that.
No, but he'd been playing a lot of snaps. He's a snap eater. He plays third down.
Oh, no, he's
I guess my answer is Chase Brown because this is the first week. Let's say Samaje plays first week is P. Ryan coming back. This is now the second week of Stevenson coming back.
Yes, and
I'm just much more concerned about Stevenson's work there than I would be P. Ryan, at least this week.
I'd agree with that.
Stilber says there's a 1 minute long preseason highlight video for Max Brosner. I'd much rather see him than McCarthy. I'll actually one up you there, man, because just in terms of betting, I want to see what the just all around everything, fantasy matchups. I want to see what this Max Brosner is all about because Storey gave me a pretty decent little scouting report. He went to Minnesota. He's a local kid there. He's kind of like a bigger Brock Purdy is what I would comp him to. He's very accurate. I'll tell you this. This dude has a quick fucking release. He seems very professional. I think he can come in and kind of do a Nick Mullins. Now, not as much passing attempts like the volume won't be what Nick Mullins was doing, but he is going to be so much better than JJ McCarthy. It's going to make him coming in. I think he's an undrafted free agent, Ray. Him coming in and he might go, let's say he goes like 22 for 32 for 280 and 2 touchdowns. It's going to just like, all the JJ McCarthy hate and all the shit we've been talking, and, ESPN, everywhere you look. I mean, we're not even in Minnesota, bro. I mean, imagine Minnesota's like sports talk. It's going to just blow up because it's the same thing as like Kyler. Okay. He's been struggling. Now Jacoby Brissett comes there and just lights the world on fire. It's like, it literally reflects more on Kyler than it does Brissett. This Max Brosner thing's going to reflect more on JJ McCarthy's just he's just inept. His fundamentals are terrible. He's in his own head. He's just shaky back there. He's overthrowing things. He's not reading the defense. He's definitely not making any, calls at the line of scrimmage, right? No audibles, nothing. It's like literally a cookie cutter high school offense he's running. He can't even do that. So what are your thoughts? Did you watch any Max Brosner? And if you haven't, he's good.
No, I don't give a shit who the fuck Max Brosner is. He can lick my nuts. No offense to him, but like, I'm a Bears fan. He's an undrafted rookie for him. Good luck. Now you do have good weapons. I'm saying, and a good coach. So he's not a nobody. I'm saying I'll put it that way.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know who he is.
It's not about his fantasy prospects. It's about the fantasy prospects around him.
I'm not.
Can you start Jordan Addison?
I'm not even talking fantasy at all right at the moment. I'm talking just Vikings quarterback and their success of a team. I don't give a shit about here's the thing. First off, you shut your mouth about JJ McCarthy. He's a good man. Number 9 is the evil. He's trash.
Why does this guy even have an alter ego? He hasn't proven shit.
I know. I'm literally joking.
What the hell out of here.
I can't believe
Baker Mayfield can have one of those.
I can't believe that there's that thing. But here's the one thing I'll leave. I know. Here's the one thing I'll leave it at. There's been, I think the number was around like 352 quarterbacks that were drafted first overall since the 70s. And
you mean first round? First round.
Yes, I'm sorry, first round. I meant first round. Thank you. And they have player A, player B. I just saw a video today. I mean, I saw this before the numbers, but I knew who it was after I saw this. It said player A, player B. They put their numbers down, and player A was JJ McCarthy, who had worse numbers than
Marcus Russell.
Thank you. Who didn't look at any NFL film and this and that. And I'm just going to tell you, JJ McCarthy is a good person. That dude is not. Maybe a human, but just as a football player, Marcus Russell is not a good person. But nonetheless, JJ McCarthy, and I feel bad as I want him to succeed. As I say, he's from the Chicagoland area. He's a local guy, but he sucks. He sucks. And did I not call this though? You look, I got him in fantasy. It's like, he handed it off in college. That's all he did. Here we are.
I was just banking on Kevin O'Connell. Dude, I wasn't drafting him. Like, it was just a super flex, and I lost Justin Fields.
You drafted him like one of your last picks, of course.
No. Actually, I didn't. No, I drafted him. I drafted him in like the 11th round, so it was high. It was like quarterback 23 off the board.
You're okay.
I thought there was rushing upside.
You're all right. You're 11-1.
It doesn't. Yeah, I'm good. Jason, 9 is going to be working 9 to 5 next season. I think he's going to have a job because he's so young. He's 22. He's 22. Yes. I don't know if he's going to be in the Vikings. Like, I think that this. This is a debacle, man. It's legendarily bad because
I'm gonna
dude,
tell you right
they
now.
were one win away last year away from having a 1 seed. Like, and then you have the same roster. You have Justin Jefferson, you have Jordan Addison, who's one of the best twos in the league, and you can't even run an NFL offense because your quarterback's a clown.
And you know what? Here's the thing: is that it is. I mean, you're not lying about anything you just said. It's just that one of those things that it's. Because here's the thing. I guess I don't think a lot of NFL fans and analysis people and just in general didn't understand that the pressure that you drafted in this guy 11th overall, getting rid of Sam Darnold, who was killing it here, and now you're bringing him and put all the pressure on, and here we are. Oops.
Ray, get ready for a beer chug. Get ready for a beer chug.
Did you not hear me run off like a little girl to make sure my beers weren't frozen like a fucking icicle?
Good, yeah. Have tons of RBs and need a wide receiver. Do I trade Goff and Henderson or Hampton? So Goff. So let's say we're going to do Goff and Hampton for Dak and Waddle. I want Dak and Waddle all day. 6 for a passing touchdown. Half
Run
PPR.
to the hills. Run to the hills. If you
I
can
would
keep
probably
Henderson,
still do it for Goff and Hendo, but I want to do it for Goff and Hampton.
If you can keep Henderson, for the fuck, run to the hills for that. But if you need to give up Henderson and keep Hampton, I would still do that.
Yeah.
Goff is
100%.
too inconsistent. He can't get out of the pocket. Their offensive line is really bad. Or I shouldn't say really bad, but they're not the elite offensive line they were. They're getting Frank Ragnow back. But again, I said that early in this podcast. He's coming back as a center. Because I was listening to Tom Thayer this morning with Jeff, on the radio, and because they brought it up to him. He's just like, again, everybody doesn't know Tom Thayer. He was an 85 Bears rookie offensive lineman at guard when they won the Super Bowl. So he's a big Bears legend. But anyway, I mean, the guy knows football, and he just said he's like, I mean, that's a good move by them, but trying to expect him to come back being the Hall of Fame level that he played at.
Right. It's a good move. It's a good move for the NFL playoffs. It's not a good move for the regular season. Like, he's not going to make an impact the next 3 weeks. Like,
correct.
It might be fine in the NFL playoffs, but like, we're not talking NFL playoffs. We're talking fantasy football, and we're also not really talking Lions. We're just talking. No, it's a good point, but it's like I think it's a good pickup. It's just like this week is going to help him. No, he's not going to play this week. Next week is he even going to play? Probably not. He'll probably play week 17 to get his feet wet, and then play in the playoffs.
That O-line's been bad. Let's get That's a great move.
Sports memes. Vikings signed Jameis Winston in the offseason. No, you know what they're going to get. I actually heard this. We talked about this earlier. I think it might have been you, right? It was Mac Jones.
Yeah.
Mac Jones is a perfect player for that system, and it would probably cost them a second-round pick, right? And I heard, you know how much money Mac Jones is making next year?
Like what? Not even like 2 mil, 3 mil, maybe 5.
Dude, it's like 4 million. It's like 4 million.
Yeah. Okay. What do you do?
What a bargain,
Dropping the bucket for how well he's played. And now here's the thing. He could very well be that next guy. Like, because Baker didn't go to the San Francisco, but he went to the Rams. So I'm saying same difference, going to an elite offensive mind who can teach you and understand football better, how to play the position better, than to go to a team, I mean, and especially if you went to the Vikings with KOC, as I'm saying, as a bridge. Oh boy.
I love it.
Hey, by the way, I wouldn't hate Jameis going to them either, though. I mean, he just wouldn't be as precise and more, to fine tune that Mac Jones could be.
This is real quick. This is my JJ McCarthy Family Guy cutaway, and then we're gonna get beers ready.
Angela, look out your window. You see that Anheuser-Busch billboard next to the Children's Hospital? Well, watch this. Oh God. Oh my God, this is horrible. Oh God. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, good Lord, save them. Bless their Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. All right, everything worked out.
Oh, okay. All right, everything worked
out. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
What?
You want to win a game? I got to get that clip on here because that is an all-time rant. I think that and the Denny Green rant, the Bears, they are who we thought they were. Those two, my two favorites. Also, a shout out to I forget the guy's name, Mike Gundy. Come at me, I'm a man. I'm 40.
Come at me, I'm a man. I'm 40.
That's a good one. I love, dude. We should do a in the off season, Ray. We should do me and Storey. Should just do a whole episode on like just best rants. Right, post game.
Not just football. Because dude, MLB.
Yes, sports.
MLB have some great old school.
Allen Iverson. Iverson.
Playoffs.
Practice.
No, it was
practice. Practice. We're talking about the game.
Man.
Ryan Leaf also. Would Ryan Leaf qualify when he was yelling at the reporter? Like that was a good one.
Dude, for sure.
Just like freaking out of this dude for doing his job.
Because
what a clown.
His mental mind was breaking in on himself that he was not Peyton Manning, even could snip his ass. And I mean, you know what? I will give flowers to Ryan Leaf though. He went so far down a dark hole in his earlier life. He's a very normal guy now. He seems like he's got his good head on straight. So I mean, good for him. Like it's just he was trash though in his heyday.
My buddy, real quick, shared a cabin with him up in Montana. So this is obviously after the 96 draft. I think it was 96 draft. Obviously Ryan Leaf made a lot of money from that. No, this was probably 2000 because we were in 8th grade. So and so he's like he was family friends with Ryan Leaf, and I was like, wow. He went to rehab. He had a felony for some kind of crazy shit. Mm-hmm. Like he always on like talk shows and shit. Like he's doing well, but he was clearly in a bad place for a while. And you get a guy that already has some mental instability issues, all that money and power, and like the cockiness. Like obviously, he was drafted that high, bro, and like compared to Peyton Manning, and like imagine what that does to your psyche. Peyton Manning, all timer, also shoved his nuts in a girl's face in Tennessee. I always love bringing that up. J Bob, we got J Bob in the house.
Real quick, so J Bob, when did you hop on? You clearly didn't probably hear Ray's little fun time about you our game Friday.
We'll get to that in a little bit. Yeah, added Benson from waivers. What is he worth? J Bob, he's going to be a running back 2 for sure, and his schedule is so easy down the stretch. We just got to see. I hope he comes back this week. They'll ease him in. If he comes back this week, I really love him for the fantasy playoffs because now he'll have 2 or 3 weeks to get his sea legs under him. You don't think he's coming back?
I have him in XFL. He's at 0. I'm saying 0 projected points, and there's been nothing.
I don't care about projected points. You know what? What's funny? I saw Fantrax has Calvin Ridley projected for 14 points this week. He's out for the year. He broke his leg. I'm just saying projections are trash. He's playing. He's been limited every day from last week. So I think this week he plays. I'd give it a 75% shot that he plays. And I have a little something for J Bob. Here you go.
Go Birds, though.
Oh, go Birds.
All right, fine. Go Birds. Right?
Go Birds. Get your hand off my knee.
Go Birds.
Go Birds. Not this week. You know what? I'm not an Eagles fan this week. I'm not saying I'm an Eagles fan ever, but I don't seem to hate them as much as the consensus of everyone else. They really fucking hate them. Max said, we didn't do our chug. We got to do this. The 1-2 punch comment come from offensive coordinator Greg Roman, so it could be a split.
Greg Roman's the worst.
Greg Roman, yeah. He's almost as bad as Arthur Smith. Almost as bad as Arthur Smith.
No, not quite. But he's well on his way.
That bad.
He's well on his way. Arthur Smith, dude. My God. I could not believe when I saw that Mike Tomlin hired him after what he did to Bijan, Drake London, and Kyle Pitts, and Kirk Cousins. And here we are now with the terribleness with the Steelers. My God.
You ready, Ray?
That's the answer. I'm pouring it right
Nick
now.
says that throw Shador made was crazy. Not going to lie, Vikings should have gotten him. He's talking about he's referring to the throw to Isaiah Bond. Yeah. He was scrambling out to his right, 55 yards in the air.
I know.
Yeah, any NFL player can make that throw though. I'm not going to get too aggressive on one throw.
I'm not saying either.
Did you see the interception he threw?
Of course, but I'm saying
that was awful.
I'm going to say more importantly, did you see what to double on Nico's point? Did you see the reaction of Myles Garrett from the sideline?
Yeah, he hasn't seen anything like that in a couple of years.
I know, but I'm just saying, I'm with you that like when you have nothing and you see something, as us as Bears fans, I know Kale's been better, but I'm saying in general, that's why people thought Mitch Trubisky was okay. It's like, no, he's not. He's trash just because he had an okay
I got a little
couple games.
Yeah, Mitch had one good year. I got a good clip here for you guys, courtesy of Sports Memes Channel. Here you go.
And Shitter Sanders is coming into the game. Blue 42. Blue 42.
What is he saying? I don't know. Just roll with it.
Sports Memes Channel right here on YouTube. Check that out if you haven't already. I get these memes from him. He releases them before me. Go over there and give him a sub. Sports Memes Channel on YouTube. Link is in the description as well.
I'm gonna leave real quick and jump right back in because my screen is so like I don't know.
Okay,
it's like doubled. Hold on, it's gonna go
He'll be back. Again, one more shout out to the Patreon members. Appreciate everyone here that's helping me out. If you want to get in on the action, get in this chat. Check out the Discord community, which is just this chat, this show 24/7. A lot of other good stuff, free merchandise, guest appearances on the show. We're going to have 2 guests, 2 fans on this weekend. So you're going to have that free merchandise. You like these hats we're wearing? Well, at least I'm wearing. I don't know Ray doesn't have his hat yet somehow. We got to meet up and I got to get you your hat. So you ready to do this chug here, buddy? Mark in the house. What's up, Rob and Big Ray? Parker or Jaden Higgins this week? That's Parker Washington or Jaden Higgins. I'll say this. If Brian Thomas misses, we're going Parker Washington. If Brian Thomas comes back, we got to go Jaden Higgins, right?
Yep. That's exactly what I was going to say.
You know, Parker Washington's a soft spot in my heart, baby. All right, here you go.
Hey,
let's go.
He's been well, man.
So Parker Washington, since his role expanded, since the bye and Travis Hunter missed the season, right? He's had one touchdown, 2 touchdowns. He had the third game was 2 catches for 20 yards on 6 targets, and last week he had a touchdown. So he's had 4 touchdowns in 4 games. He doesn't even comp as a red zone beast, Ray, but that kind of production can't be ignored.
3 receiving touchdowns.
One's a return, yeah.
I'm just saying, just because
a touchdown.
Hey, well, your balls deep doesn't like to give me those double points, so yeah.
Mark, what's going on, brother? Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Actually, we're about 14 minutes away here in Midwest country.
Rob, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. It's a whole Rayful moment. We all get rayed, get greasy. It's a good old time.
Jason's giving J-Bob some grief here. I love this. What's your thoughts on your OC, J-Bob? Pachula sounds like some kind of food. They want to run the ball, and they don't run the ball. He's awful. He's awful. He's the biggest problem there, I would say. The offensive line's an issue.
I'm still not the biggest fan of Stefanski in the long run. I know he's a decent coach or a good coach, but there's too much talent on that team to be what they're at. I'm not going to blame it. Stefanski is the offensive guy. Okay, he's not a defensive coach. So to blame the OC, right, I think is lowballed in my eyes.
When you say where they're at, we're not talking record-wise because they're doing just fine.
Of course not. No,
optics,
their offense
it's civil war. They're at fucking civil war with each other right now. And honestly, it's A.J. Brown's fault and it's Pachula's fault. It's like those two. It's like A.J. Brown is the biggest culprit. Shut the fuck up, bro. Play football.
I can't believe it.
You won a Super Bowl. Play better, too. Literally. He hasn't played well.
You were on the Titans. You were on the Titans. You could have fucking been stuck there, dude. And you know what's gonna happen? You know what's gonna happen? He's gonna get traded to like the Cardinals or some shit. I'm saying it's some random team.
No, the Raiders. The Raiders. That's the place to go to die. Talk to Randy Moss about that, bro. How did that go? Now that's justified bitching. If you go to the Raiders, you're justified to bitch, right? You remember Devontae Adams was doing it? Like, that's fine.
Yes. 2 Hall of Fame megastars who went there to die. Didn't know that they were going to die, bitched and moaned their way out and going back to Hall of Fame level careers. So, yeah, I'm with you on that.
Oh, drop Booty, Max. You can only roll with 4 wide receivers. If you have 4 good receivers, Booty is not going to crack your lineup. And you know what? If one of your receivers gets hurt, just go to the wire and grab Adonai Mitchell or John Mechie. It's the same fucking thing. I'm not dropping Charbonnet and B-Rob.
I'll just say one thing about Booty. I'm agreeing with Rob. I've grabbed Booty. I mean, 4 leagues. I've grabbed Booty over the last, before he got hurt. I grabbed him in 3 of my 4 leagues, and I've still tried to hold on to him just because he had great production for a little while. I'm going to put it this way. I'm with Rob. Do not worry about him for the rest of this season. Next season, he could be a decent, a wide receiver 4 to pick up, even like a deep wide receiver 3 going in next year because he has the chemistry. He's young. He's got talent. It's just that it's just so volatile with that team that he's not a number 1. He's not Stephon Diggs. Diggs has really turned it up. No. I would not bet on him, especially with those guys you're willing to drop. Do not drop those guys for him.
And it's the distribution they have there. It's really spread out. Hunter Henry's coming on. Henderson's coming on. Stevenson's back. Like all those receivers. And the other thing is he's like Marquez Valdez-Scantling. You never know when to start him. He's literally a boomer bust guy. And the last part of this question I want to dive into real quick for you is, let's say it's a flex spot and you're saying, I only have 4 receivers then. Would you rather start? Now, it sucks to lose Booty apparently, but would you rather start, let's say Sharps is a starter for a couple weeks or B-Rob gets in the starting lineup? So keeping those guys essentially it gives you insulation at the wide receiver position because if one of your wide receivers goes down, but you have Charbonnet for a couple weeks, Kenneth Walker gets hurt, I'd much rather start Charbonnet or B-Rob as a starter than Keyshawn Booty. So those are league winners.
Well, and here's I'm piggybacking what you're saying. You can start Charbonnet as a flex. He's a touchdown threat every week.
Yeah, he's almost he's like 70% of what Booty is in a full PP.
Correct. So that's where and they like him. like they don't like not play him. It's not like, oh, it's 80-20. It's like 60-40, like he's still getting a good amount of run and he's getting those goal line runs. So like I would go Charbonnet, no doubt.
Jonathan's gonna be 35 tomorrow. Actually, you're not a young buck that much.
I'll be 35 January 9th, baby.
Happy birthday, man.
Class of 09, baby. Jonathan.
Myles Garrett's gonna hang more sacks in a Crunch Fitness sauna. Is that an old person's fitness place? I'm guessing.
No, he's just talking. If you've never been, I guess Crunch Fitness, but yeah, I would assume that's any fitness.
Hey, guys, the management needs everybody to get out because they caught a guy jerking off in here, and they're going to send in a crew to wipe down the loads. Go ahead.
Wipe down the loads.
I'm pretty quick at this shit, Ray. I'm pretty good. Let's see. Love Big Ray chowing down. Dude's a legend. Damn straight you are.
It's only the beginning, baby. I got so much more to go.
No issues, GT. Jason, I wouldn't want to be Big Ray's toilet. That's for sure. Chowing down a medium rare steak before Thanksgiving. I love how you're eating steak before Thanksgiving. Like that's such a Ray move. You know what I mean? That's like going to not a concert, but like going somewhere to smoke weed and then getting high on the drive over. You know what I mean? It's like you're already going there to smoke a fuckload of weed and like, nope, I'm just gonna get high on the way there because you just want to get high. You want to eat food. I fucking love it. And Ray loves his meat.
I mean, I didn't eat dinner, so everybody. I'm prepping. I mean, I'm in charge of all the sides basically for my family dinner tomorrow. So I was prepping a lot of that, and then that's why I did text you to ask him and come a little later. You're like, yeah, people are waiting. Which I told you, which is fine. I might be. I was 3 minutes late, but I'm here.
He made it. GT, we answered this one earlier, but it was Mechie, Quentin Johnson, Gatson, or Pierce. We're saying Gatson in that matchup against the
GT.
Raiders.
I mean,
it was full PPR, I believe. And also, Jacobs is not sitting. We said 99% chance he plays. So if he does sit, it's Wilson. If he does sit, so you're pretty set there. Javonte Williams over Devin Neal, right? Feels kind of a dumb question. What's your thoughts? 100% Javonte Williams. Devin Neal, in PPR he's fine, but like Taysom Hill is going to steal his touchdown. So like unless he busts a 40-yard touchdown or has a 40-yard reception, like what are your thoughts, Ray? Give me 30 seconds on Devin Neal. I liked him coming out of Kansas. He's an all-purpose back. Yesterday I said in the stream he's a jack of all trades but a master of none. He's 215 pounds. He's got some size, got some speed, decent hands, but he's not like elite at anything. And the offense is not great. So like Alvin Kamara couldn't do it. Could he do it? I'm confident he's going to be an RB2, like a back-end RB2. But what are your thoughts on Devin Neal? Like, is he worth a stash? Could you start him this week?
No, I would say he's worth a stash because here's the thing. If you guys, anytime me and Rob are on, we talk like me and Rob, we may not agree with many things or everything, but we agree definitely always. We're all about opportunity. That is a major fantasy implication as to what a player can do for you in the long run. And with Devin Neal, he's going to get opportunity, but he's on a really bad team. Now, again, that team will be, going against, be behind them most of the time. They're not going to be, leading. So him being the jack of no trades is not a great thing, but at the same time, they have nobody. You know what I mean? There's not like, oh, we have if Kendre Miller was there right now, this guy would not even it'd be Kendre Miller. Like we're replacing this
right.
Him as the guy. And Kendre Miller actually would have. I would honestly put him as a wide or running back too. This guy, it's just because he's not the jack of anything great. I just and more importantly, because we've seen Isaiah Pacheco is that he was never the jack of anything. That's why he was a 7th round pick. Kyle Monangai, same difference.
Yeah.
Like these guys aren't the jack of anything, but they are above average or average at many things. So that's why they're in the league. So,
well, your point you made on Kendre Miller real quick is nice because technically Devin Neal's the 3rd string, which doesn't sound appealing, but you know what's appealing? The fact that who's behind him is Audric Estime and Evan Hall. Dude, like the problem there is Taysom Hill, honestly. That's the problem. The running backs, he's going to get every running back snap.
Correct.
And it's just the goal line. So in PPR, I have him as a top 24 guy for sure.
Sean Payton was not stupid about that when he was there. And clearly, honestly, everybody took him because Sean Payton made Taysom Hill to be the gadget player he became. And at that point, every single other guy who have been there after him, Dennis Allen, and who was the guy who just got fired prior to Moore? Whoever the bum was that was there before him. Those guys never were offensive minds like Sean Payton. I mean, people think they're hoping that Moore could be, but nonetheless, they use.
I like
him.
Moore's offensive coordinator. He's fine. It's just
no. I'm not saying
Hill's
that.
The problem, man.
Yes, no, I'm saying everybody knows when they go. If you become a head coach with Hill there, and you need running back goal line help, there it is.
Mark, is there a world James Cook can overcome the tough upcoming playoff schedule? Yes, and they're going to have to because they brought in Brandon Cooks, bro. Like that tells you all you need to know about their wide receiver room right now. And if Keon Coleman even gets back in the mix, he hasn't blown the doors off anyone. So they're going to need him, and that's their offense. It's Josh Allen, it's James Cook, and it's fine. The schedule's tough, but you know what? The Bills are also a good team, so I'm not worried of game script things. So yes, some tough rushing matchups. You know what? He had a good game against Houston in a negative game script. So I'm not worried about James Cook at all. Are you? Maybe a little worry, but.
Well, I mean, there's always worry, but it's not a guy, that you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to sit him for even Emmanuel Wilson. I'm saying Josh Jacobs out the rest of the season, I'm saying, I know it's not, that's not the case. We're just saying for hypothetical reasons, you're not going to sit him for James Cook is where you're there because of him. Don't sit him. Don't overthink it. Don't be cute.
Be growing stuff. Texans defense or Cleveland's defense for the playoffs. I've clinched trying to get ahead. I mean, the fact they're both available is insane. Roster them both and play matchups. Maybe I don't know. I don't like doing that, but I'm inclined to say Texans because I trust the Texans offense more than I trust Cleveland's offense. And it seems like a weird thing to say, but having a really, really debilitating offense with Cleveland could end up hurting their defense. Bad field positions, turnovers, stuff like that.
Playoffs, depending where you start, week 14 and on. Week 14, they have the best matchup. They're at home against Tennessee. After that, at Chicago, at home against Buffalo, at home against Pittsburgh. That's Cleveland. That's not a really – they have a good defense, but that's not a oh, my God, we're going to run to the hills to, pick them up. The Texans, I mean, I'm with Rob on this point that where if you have a better offense, which clearly they do, don't overthink it. Just go with the better off, and because they have a great defense, it's not like you're like, oh, I'm supplementing. It's like no, with the health they're getting back, minus Joe Burrow, or I'm saying Joe Mixon. It's a pretty good offense right now.
Trade for Jefferson.
I'm sorry, real quick. This is an easy answer. Week 15 and on for Houston, at home against Arizona, at home against Las Vegas, at Chargers. So easy Houston. Not even question.
I'm inclined to trade for Jefferson. I think that it's only going to get better with Brosmer. I don't know how much. There's upside there, and there's also more of a floor. So you could get him for probably peanuts. And then when I say peanuts, you can get him for – I would trade Chris Olave for Jefferson right now. I know it's crazy because Chris Olave is a top 10 receiver in fantasy. I love Chris Olave, but I want to just take a shot on Justin Jefferson, an all-time talent and a bounce-back potential. And he's got more touchdown upside than Olave. I know it doesn't seem like he does, but he does because Olave has 3 touchdowns this year. Actually, has more than Justin Jefferson, but it's Justin Jefferson, folks. You agree?
Yeah, I mean, it seems insane, but at the same time, I'm with you. I mean, Justin Jefferson isn't literally, he's not in the top 5 talent, but you and I could argue very easily, he's a top 10, and he could go up, not just being 10, towards 10 to 5, all-time talent.
Yeah.
So, everybody, this is very easy. Imagine you just said trade for Randy Moss, Calvin Johnson, Larry Fitzgerald. We're in the same situation with the name. The quarterback sucks. We know this. The guy doesn't. The talent is beyond elite. So, and here, I'm with Rob. I would trade for the talent.
Ooh, tough one from Cobra Kai. If Marvin Harrison Jr. plays, should I sit Wilson? So his other options are J-Mo, Fannin, Benson, and Strange. So the only one I would sit him for is J-Mo. Because Trey Benson, I'm not playing him his first week back. So here's a question. I think if it's full PPR, I'm starting Wilson over J-Mo. If it's half PPR, I'm playing J-Mo over Wilson because J-Mo is going to have more yards and more likely for a touchdown. Wilson's still going to have 6 catches, I feel like, even with Marvin Harrison. At least 5.
It's hard to say. The only reason I'll say is it's hard to say because we've never seen it. Well, we have, and Wilson didn't do too hot. But there's been more evidence with Jacoby that he loves Wilson. So, and especially when in full PPR, even if the guy's getting 5 to 10 yard catches every time and he gets 6 of them, well, all of a sudden you got 12 points. I'm saying,
monkey's out of the bottle now, man. You know what I mean?
Right. And I'm with you. I would also do JMO because I know he put up a goose egg last week, but I do believe that at home and then in that divisional game, I think that game's gonna be more high scoring. I know you probably don't know the over under right off the top of your head because I know you know. Really many other things. The Packers game.
Oh, 48.5. Come on.
Yeah, I would say that's gonna go over. I mean, right? I mean, I know you don't like betting.
No, I'll take the under for sure in that game, dude. Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean the Packers offense is trash.
I would say at
Detroit
Packers
has no offensive line.
I would say at
Detroit
Packers
has no offensive line. And their pass catchers are all banged up. Like, if you shut down Gibbs, I know it's a big ass.
You're acting like the Packers defense is better than they are. They're not like the super defense that everybody said they were when they traded for Micah Parsons.
They've been underperforming, is all I'm saying. Okay.
Can you not agree with me what I said? They were not the super number one top 3 defense that everybody said they're going to be when they got Micah Parsons. They're not that.
No, but I think you're underrating the fact it's a division game and division teams know each other and they know the Lions offense, right? And the Lions offense has actually been struggling. Now, it's been mostly outside, but I mean, they already destroyed them week 1. Now, maybe the Lions come back and make some adjustments. Dan Campbell's calling plays. I am definitely not taking 50 points in that game. That's a lot, bro. That's a lot. And I don't touch the Lions, but I feel like the under is the play there. I guess so. What's our answer? Is it JMO or Wilson? In full PPR, I'm going Wilson, even if Marvin Harrison plays.
I'll go JMO. Like that. I mean, full PPR. Full PPR. No, I'm sorry. Full PPR. I'll go Wilson. Got much easier answers to be able to get quick catches and get more points added up than JMO 1 catch for 40, 50 yards, and that's all you get.
Ray, we got another chug coming up. Hit it again. Thank you, gentlemen.
Happy Jason, love you, brother.
Rob and Meat Sweats. That is, he's Meat Sweats. One of these days I'll have some meat on the stream. And then Mark. So Jason's the man. Jason's actually coming on the show Friday, everybody. So in 2 days, Jason, me, Ray, and Jason. Jason, you're gonna get in personal with Meat Sweats here, up close and personal with Meat Sweats, and we're gonna have some meat and some beers. It's gonna be awesome. That's fucking awesome. Mark says Dicker or Boswell rest of the season. It's Dicker by a mile, dude. I don't trust the offense there in Pittsburgh right now. Aaron Rodgers playing hurt, and as well as the weather there. Dicker kicks in a dome. He's also like, they're both 2 of the best kickers in the league, but like kicking inside opposed to kicking in Pittsburgh. And then what are the other games they play in the division, right? It's Cincinnati, it's Cleveland, and it's Baltimore. Gross kicking situations. Now, Boswell's good enough to still bang 50-yarders in.
If Kyrie Fairbairn, help me out with the name.
It's Fairbairn. I just call him Fairbairn. How about that?
Yeah, well, if Fairbairn's available because he was hurt and he's always an elite guy. With them, they're playing at Jacksonville, warmer area, even in winter, and then at home, which is indoors, at Indy indoors, and then they're at Tennessee. What's the worst that Tennessee? That means Tennessee would have the worst. I'm saying like the worst weather for the rest of the year. Like I'm saying any kicker like that is a better option than Chris Boswell, who is a maybe an actual better kicker overall, but it's such a harder situation with the weather and all that.
Yeah, that's a tiebreaker for sure, and then some in my mind. Where a guy like Cam Little, I like that dome games, and he kicks outside, right? Like things like that. If you're in here, if you're not subscribed to the channel and like the video, guys. We have 21 likes, 0 subs in this video. We're an hour and a half in. That is criminal. 7 nights a week on this shit. The community's awesome. The chat's awesome. The guests are awesome. Big Ray is one of 6. He is the 6th man here. He's very versatile. He's versatile in a lot of ways. Here you go. Got a beer chug for you guys. Every 5 super chats is a beer chug.
Here's a tip of the cap to you boys.
Every Patreon member that signs up, anyone that signs up for Patreon during the live streams is a beer chug. All right, here we go. Ooh,
one
time.
Bullshit. Tell everybody I beat your ass.
Thoughts on Cody Parkey? That's who is that? Who is Cody Parkey? I'm thinking of Cade York. Cade York was just signed as a kicker.
He's not a current fucking kicker. The double dunk, bro.
Oh God! I tried. I literally took him out of memory because I don't want to think about him anymore.
I already knew what it meant. So, Jason, I already knew he did not remember this immediately when Rob was like going into current. No, it's not your fault. You just.
I know J Bob. No, I know J Bob loves him.
Oh,
that was against the Eagles, man. Like that's a Philly. He's a Philly sports. He's a Philly sports hero like Mac, and It's Always Sunny. He's trying to fucking get that goal in, right?
No, you mean no?
Hey, I don't know, man.
actually,
They're definitely gonna show that shit on ESPN.
First off, the real actual Philly hero was Charlie. Let's get real.
Right.
Hey, Jason,
No, I missed by a mile, bro.
I really gotta do this. Yeah, man, you gotta. The bear trap that sticks his leg into it. But hey, honestly, thoughts on him? He sucks.
Bum.
But he's a millionaire.
He's
doing better than every single one of us in this entire check combined. And
I don't know about that because he made $1 million, but he might be poor now. We don't know. He double doinked. He might be double doinking.
That dude,
he might be trying to like.
The Bears gave him like
$18
million. He did not make just like $1 million.
Okay, that's gross. I didn't know that. Don't tell me that. Pisses me off. MVP. Shout out MVP. He's a Patreon member. Love you, buddy. Full PPR, MVP. Double flex. Pick 2 of these: Christian Watson, Michael Wilson, Woody Marks, Devin Neal. Woody Marks for sure. We got to start Woody Marks, starting running back. And then I'm not going to trust Devin Neal yet over the names you have. So I think
I'm going Michael. I'm going Wilson.
Watson.
Really?
Yeah, Wilson or Watson. I don't know. If it was half PPR, I'd go Watson. Yeah, give me Wilson. Give me Wilson. I said Wilson over JMO. Christian Watson's been hot.
I'm keeping you honest because you said other questions with Wilson.
Well, I'll say this. There's a lot of issues with injuries right now.
I know, but Christian Watson is the same style of Alec Pierce, but a little less right. Boomer bust. Like he's more.
If Jaden Reed doesn't come back, and Matthew Golden's out, I might go Christian Watson. I mean, that's two guys that are probably going to play that are questionable. That's the only way I'd go Christian Watson. So I'm going to go safe with Michael Wilson and Woody Marks.
But honestly, I'm with Rob. MVP. I'm with Rob. It's Woody no matter what. Watson and Wilson, just watch up and going into the games for Sunday with those guys. Or no, not Sunday. Watson's tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Early game tomorrow.
I mean, honestly, I'm with Rob though. I would go with what he said. If those guys, if Golden and Jan Reed, I'm probably
no, you can't. Actually, think about it. You have to go Wilson because there's still a chance Marvin Harrison doesn't play in this game. Just because he practiced, like let's say he doesn't play, if he misses and you start Watson and he gets you 12 points, you're gonna feel like an idiot. So give me the guy that's going to get 12 anyway, probably even if Marvin Harrison plays. And you have a chance for 22.
And to double down, Wilson has a better floor than Watson.
Correct. Matt says Ryan Leaf should start a tool company and he could have his own branded Ryan Leaf blower. This leaf blows. That's good. Joe Burrow or Jackson Dart. So Jackson Dart has the Patriots. Joe Burrow has the Ravens.
Yeah, I'm going.
I think this is this scoring though? Like in a 4 for passing touchdown?
Yes.
You're gonna go Jackson Dart?
Yes.
So, but 6 or any
four passing bonuses? To 6. Yeah, 4 passing to 6 rushing. It's Dart. If it's Eagle 6-6, I'm going Burrow. Even 5-6, like 5 passing for 6 rushing, I'd still say I'd go Burrow over that. But I don't know.
Nick, good call. You know what? I guess the locker room is better. I think that it's not so much a reflection on Shedeur Sanders. It's how bad Dylan Gabriel is and how terrible he is. So I think they're just rallying around someone that's actually like competent. And you know what? He's impressed me a little bit. I'm not willing to say he's a franchise guy at all. What beer are you drinking, Meats? I love this quote. What beer are you drinking, Meats?
Oh, dude.
IPAs? You chugging IPAs?
Da, 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 da.
Oh, that's gonna get Jason all hard. I'm just drinking Silver Bullets. Should keep Burrow on the bench. I have Lamar and Dak in a super flex league. Yeah, you play Lamar and Dak.
God damn it. Yeah. This week, yes. Going. I don't know, Rob. I mean, is this your first Superflex league with the balls deep? I'm assuming not, right?
No, I've played.
Yeah, you're assuming league. So I mean, you're more answer to me. This is my first Superflex league. I would say Lamar and Dak not easy, like right this week. I would say, but dude, if like Burrow is gonna be killing it, I mean, I my question would be, again, I don't know. I'm literally just saying this ignorantly, like to help him as well. Right away in a vacuum, I would say Lamar and Dak. But like going forward, we'll say tomorrow, Burrow kills it, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Going forward would then, and it would say Lamar has a little better game than last week, but not as equally as good or not as equally as bad. Like, he had 8 points, and we'll say he has 15 points this week. Would you then switch Lamar out for Burrow going forward?
I'm just going matchups, bro. I'm just going matchup.
No,
so
and
I got to see.
That's what I'm asking.
It's
Because that's
all
a fair answer.
All
No,
help.
that's a fair answer. Because honestly, that's where I'm struggling because they are equally can literally could be quarterback one for any week in and week out. So I'm saying, Mike Swift, you got a great situation going on there.
Michael, they didn't actually make an official Burrow's playing, but it's the tea leaves are there. He's playing. I mean, I would say I'd be very shocked if he didn't play. You agree?
Well, yeah, because he's been practicing, and also on top of that, they really, because I was listening on Sports Talk Radio today, they literally do have an actual an opportunity to go to the playoffs. Because the only reason would be, first off, two reasons. One, they have to win out. Second, they play the Ravens 2 times at the end of the year, just like the Bears play the Packers.
Yeah.
The Ravens are number 1. So if they were to win out and then play that team who's number 1, depending again what the Pittsburgh does, and they're spiraling down at this point, it looks like. So I'm in the eyes of the Bengals, the Steelers are a non-factor. It looks like to where that they're just looking at the Ravens and they're playing them 2 times at the end of the year. That I'm saying I'm with you.
Right. There is. I told this Erica, there is zero chance they can win the fucking division because here's what I'll say this. I don't care about Joe Burrow, how good Joe Burrow is.
All bullshit reasons are
bottom
that they
line,
say this.
Last year they had an elite all-time offense. They won 8 games. This year they have 8 losses. And that you want to know why? It's because their offensive line and their defense sucks. Is Joe Burrow coming back fixing those things? No. So like if they think they can go 6-0 with this team, no.
Who has the worst owner in the NFL?
The Ravens. No, I'm sorry, the Bengals. Not the Ravens.
I was saying, yeah, right, exactly. So there we go. I mean, that's the answer.
Michael,
Why? Yeah.
How would you start these in order? Marv, Wilson, Ibuka. I would go reverse order of what you have it. Ibuka, Wilson, Marv for this week, and then I'll say this: I will start Wilson over Ibuka if there's no Marvin. Wilson's number 1 if there's no Marvin. If Marvin and Wilson play, I'm going Ibuka first. I don't feel great about it. They're
Baker
all like
playing?
wide receiver 3s. Even if Baker doesn't play, I'm going Ibuka. He's the number 1 there.
Really? Did you not see how bad Teddy Bridgewater was?
I know, but it was he came in the second half. It'll be better. It won't be good. It'll be better though.
I will give you that. Because I shit my britches. My Ibuka stock went through the fucking out the window when he came in. Because I'm saying in your league against you, that you're my main competitor. And Mika
people are saying a big boo, and it kind of has to be a big boo, right?
And you got to give credit to this rookie sensation wide receiver out of Ohio State, Emeka Egbegbu. Emeka Egbegbu. Emeka Egbegbu.
That's such a great mixtape.
Oh yeah,
I love you, Gronk. I say it every time, but I just fucking love that guy.
I would love
what a fucking big dumb animal.
By the way, did you? I think I've asked you this, but you saw that clip when he was on New Year's Eve 2020 with Steve Harvey, and they had the Steve Harvey Lego head, and he just like picked it up and just did his like and spiked it on live TV, and Steve Harvey was in such pissed off, shocked. He just looked at him and was like, "Who the hell is this guy?" He's like, "I'm not working with him. Get him the hell off of the stage. Like, I'm not working with this guy." You know what I'm talking about? Have you ever seen this?
No, sorry. I was just reading the Chris Olave news because the next comment is, should we be concerned of the Olave news? Now that would make Vele a very, very big pickup for me as like a 1 week flyer.
So he's not playing. Is what you're telling me?
No, I'm concerned. That's all I'm saying is because I didn't realize he left. I thought it was like I didn't realize he left practice with a back injury. I didn't read that.
I told you this.
I know. Well, I just read it. So
talking about Ray was more Olave stock than Ray. Well, I'm telling you,
that's rough. I'm not too concerned, but I'm saying there's a chance he misses this game now, and why would they play him? Like if he's banged up.
Well, I'm saying Yahoo says literally. I'm saying this is Yahoo News. You know, the Yahoo app. It says a limited session to open the week is nothing new for Olave. The big concern is that he left practice early, meaning he suffered an injury during today's session. Could have been a precautionary measure from the Saints, but at least there's a chance that issue will force him to miss time. Then Devontae Vale is the next man up.
Yeah, I might have to go scoop him after this stream. Braden, haven't seen you in a while. He said first time in a while. Welcome back, my dude.
Brother.
Ray pre-games for a meal with another meal. That's true. That's similar to like my pre-gaming for a smoke session with a joint.
Me too.
I need advice.
Real quick. Ray pre-games everything with the pre-game.
Yeah, he's a pre-gamer for sure. It's always a party. I need advice. I managed to snag Joe Burrow from waivers. Somehow I need to know who should I start, Joe, Baker Mayfield, or Jackson Dart. Well, it's not Baker Mayfield. Even if he plays, I'm not playing Baker Mayfield with that injury. He's way more likely to leave the game again early. I would start Joe because Jackson Dart's also coming off a concussion, and he's way less likely to run in this game. So it's Joe, but it's scoring, right?
Oh, yeah. I would say
Dart 4.
I'm in order, honestly, Primal, in order of what you asked is how I would start them. I'm with Rob is that Burrow's playing. We don't know what the other two are playing. So that's an easy answer. But if all three are playing in a vacuum, I'd still be playing Burrow, even without Higgins with that matchup. But Mayfield, I don't know. I think they're underplaying his injury personally, just because they're a good team. I mean, I hope not. I need him to play, but
can I drop QJ? I think you can, man. What are your thoughts? He's a wide receiver 4 now, right?
They're more of a running team at this point. Like they were more of a passing team last year, it seemed like, but they added more offensive line. But I don't know. Yes, I think it is because I'm not a big fan of them at this point. I love them. Their injuries have just brought them down, and I don't know. I mean,
who are you dropping him for? Is the question. Who are you dropping him for? I'm not willing to just drop him to drop him because he's tied to still an elite quarterback.
Of course, no, right.
If someone goes down, if Keenan Allen goes down, if
I'm saying somebody like I know they
but Michael Wilson's not available.
Well, really?
Like if you need to start this week, like I would drop him for Vele if Olave doesn't play. For instance, I'd rather start Vele over Quentin Johnson. Sure. But if it's a stash, I don't mind stashing Quentin Johnson because he has some good upside if. Gatson gets hurt or Ladd gets hurt. If there's an injury there.
Well, dude, he was killing it in the first half of the year. Like the first 6-7 games, he was awesome. So it's like he's not like he doesn't like. I mean, last year he blew and he turned it on. I don't know. It's not like it just goes away. It just maybe goes into effort, game script, injuries. I mean, there's many different factors that go into why if you're not because Quentin Johnson is not Andre Johnson. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't have that physical amazing ability. So, like, when you're not that physically gifted, even though Quentin Johnson's physically gifted, he's just not that level to where you can make a difference for your shitty quarterback play.
Jason, we got Teddy Two Gloves out of retirement, Bucks Super Bowl. You know what? Teddy Two Gloves is he's on the commercials too. He's another one of those guys in the progressive backup commercials, which is a good omen typically. He looked awful, and it's not about how he looked in terms of reading defense and all this kind of shit. That was rough. Athletically, and the way the ball is coming out of his hand looked awful. He looked like slower than Joe Flacco, which is crazy because he's only like 32 or 33. I do trust in him as a professional quarterback that it will be better this week. It'll be better. That's why I said Ibuka is still a must start. But it's not good. Everyone takes a step back. The offense takes a step back. It's not good for anyone there. GT, hard pour is a way to go. Ray has the hardest pours in the world.
Hey, so real quick though, so based on what we're talking about with the Bucks, let's assume that Baker's not playing. I guess real answer, real question. What I'm asking, Baker to Teddy, who plays, and what is your ranking for Bucky Irving depending who plays?
It doesn't really affect Bucky. I guess a touchdown upside would affect him, but I'm not really starting Bucky anyway this week. Not yet. I have other options, like in the leagues I have Bucky in. I would have Bucky as a top 27 option, 24 option, maybe an RB2, maybe, but we don't know how much they're going to use him.
No, but there's a reason I'm asking this because there are so many people. I mean, I have him in one of my 4 leagues that I needed. That's my worst team. I need to start him. I don't have an option. Like I got to start him. But if you have a good team, and he was you drafted him to be your running back 1 or 2, but he got injured and you got lucky and picked up a Travion Henderson or a Javonte Williams or something like that. It's like, are you going to start those two or one of those two over him? I would. I'm just asking you in case anybody in our chat in our audience has this question.
If Baker plays, I'm definitely more likely to start Bucky. I think that's just the bottom line there.
That's why I'm asking. So if Bucky, I'm saying if Baker plays, you're more inclined to play Bucky compared to if Teddy plays. Okay, For me
dude,
personally,
I would play Devin Neal over Bucky Irving this week in a full PPR. At least I know I'm going to get work. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know what the workload is, and the offense might be shitty. Like you're getting a
we're all
three-way
about
committee.
opportunity, my man.
You're getting like a JCM situation with a better player than JCM and a little bit of better offense, but gross opportunity, right? That's what we want.
I'm trying to do the Bears. Whatever the Bears first down. What are the fuck things they do?
Better stash for tight end since I have Kittle out next week. Kincaid or Waller? Well, it'd be Waller if you need a rental because Kincaid's probably not playing this week. So, like, he's still hurt. So you got to go with – and Waller's hurt anyway, so there's better options. Theo Johnson.
I'm going to tell you. I'll give you one second. Kincaid, questionable. Still not practicing.
Yeah,
he's out. I'm saying.
And Waller isn't even back yet. So, like, I just dropped Kincaid in the league. I just dropped him in the league, man. And I don't have good tight ends, but it's like I'm not waiting around anymore. And even when he comes back, like, he doesn't play enough snaps. I know he had some touchdown upside, but, like, I don't trust it, man. I don't trust. I think I dropped him for, like –
Well, again, I mean, I would rather have Strange, Bannon, Otten. I mean, and this is a 10-10 million that I'm looking at free agents.
Right.
But and it is Juwan Johnson. But I mean,
Juwan Johnson,
there are much better options out there. There's got to be. And again, I mean, Michael, like, I don't know if you're in our Discord, but this again, like, you can just send us your whole entire screenshot of your team, screenshot of the free agents, and we can tell you exactly the exact answer. Because we just don't know who your options are, but that's why I'm giving you these different answers of who I would take over Kincaid right now, because he's not healthy.
Yeah, if you're in here and you're not in the Discord, like, you have to get in there. If you like the format of the show, you like the answers, you like the chat, the community, like, all of these questions are talked about all day, all night. You have people actually will ask your question before you do because we all have similar teams, similar players, similar conundrums. So it's also just get on the show early because there's only 65 people in there. It's still pretty intimate. Before next year, I'm telling you, this time we'll have 150 people in the Discord. And
well, I was saying, and here's the thing too, is that with the Discord, Rob doesn't just have one chat where it's just like everybody's in the same chat where you have different questions of trades, betting, sit starts, just in general, just a general chat. He breaks this down into many different sub areas, to where you can just answer, you can put a question out and it may not be answered right away, but it will be answered sooner than later. And on top of that, the entire Discord is maybe not active from like 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. Otherwise,
24/7. It's like it's 7-Eleven, baby, always open. GT, trade McMillan, Harvey, or Judkins, or multiples for JJ. Not multiples. I would trade any of those guys straight up for JJ. I would not do. I would maybe add in like a sweetener, but I would not.
Harvey's the first. I mean, if you could do Harvey for him, do it right away. Those other two, I'd rather keep. That's just me.
I would do all those guys for JJ. You're getting Justin Jefferson.
I'm not saying I wouldn't do that. I'm just saying if I had to pick one, Harvey's the one. I would trade him for JJ out of the other two. But
yeah,
I would do
Bo Nix or Jackson Dart. Bo Nix or Jackson Dart this week. We're going Bo Nix, just healthy guy.
Yeah. Especially because Bo Nix does not show up at all until the fourth quarter lately.
Nick says, "Big Ray's not the sixth man; he's the second. Don't take disrespect. Don't take
the
disrespect, Ray. No, see, you gotta understand what I mean by that. He is the second. He's also the sixth man, so he has two roles. He's a swing guy. He's also the shooting guard. So like he actually plays like he's a guy that in the NBA like he plays. He's like Luol Deng, right? Remember with the Tom Thibodeau and he's just out there like he's a slave playing 44 minutes. It probably isn't poor taste, but." Considering what the guy looked like, but he's out there 44 minutes a game. Like that's right.
Thibodeau did use him as a slave for sure.
Yes, he did. He did.
Got ruined. I mean, he was never going to be Kobe Bryant when why the Bulls didn't. By the way, real quick tidbit to anybody who doesn't know this: the Bulls could have traded for Kobe Bryant back in 2004, maybe 2005. Rob, if you can help me out with that year, I think it was 2004.
Yeah, that was Luol Deng. Luol Deng.
But the Bulls, because the main guy was Luol Deng, and the Bulls are like, we have a more upside with him. It's like, oh, you did, and then Kobe ended up winning 3 more championships and being the second best player of all time.
Jason's out of here. Cheers, Jason. Thank you for
Jason.
The
love you, brother.
Chats, and we'll see you Friday nights in person. Maybe you'll catch tomorrow night's stream after the late game there. Michael, do I drop Boswell for Fairbairn? 100%.
Yes.
I want Fairbairn kicking inside. We want to do that.
Well, Fairbairn is also like in general would never hurt. He would be a top 5 for guaranteed. He might even be a top 4 to 3 point wise just based on that way that they do things, and with the way that that team on the offense has been running this year.
Max, I use DraftKings, FanDuel, and Bet365 currently. I always have to have at least 3 books. That's the way you're going to get all the best odds, because what I do is I see a player I like, I look at the first odds, and I go and look at the other 3 books, and then I just bet the lowest one, obviously, if it's an over, or the highest one if it's an under. So you have to do that. You're going to make more money on that. Plus, open up more books, man. Just take advantage of the promos, and you'll make money just based on that. Bet365 currently, deposit $10, bet $10, and you get $200 in bonus bets. So you're essentially making $100 just doing that. So do that with every book if you can. I've done it with every book already. Those are the ones I'm using currently, though. Burrow or Stafford, 2 quarterback, other starters, Hurts. We're going to go Stafford. Right? Hurts and Stafford.
How can it? Stafford shouldn't even be in question right now until he proves until he proves different. I'm saying, me personally, everybody, like, I'm in 4 leagues. I have him in 2 leagues, and I'd say both of them, I have Daniel Jones as my backup, and for the longest time I was battling back and forth, honestly fucking up when Daniel Jones would have his one bad game and Stafford would have a great game and I would lose. I haven't looked back. Stafford all the way until he proves you different.
Yeah. Jason, I'll get to your question here. I scrolled down because I noticed that you had a comment here. I kind of skipped over your other ones. This is easier for me. Joe Burrow, Danny Dimes, or Brissett. Let's answer that one. He's got Chase. I'm going Joe Burrow or Brissett. It's not Danny Dimes against the Texans. No. That's for sure.
No.
So
I'm going Burrow if you have Jamar Chase, just based on that.
Let's do Burrow. And then 1 receiver, Sutton or Terry. Terry might not play, so it's Sutton there. 1 flex, Devin Neal, Tracy, Hampton. I'm going Tracy. Give me Tracy.
Really?
He looked good. Yeah, dude. He played 70% of the snaps last week, finally.
Even though I could have swore somebody had a trade question that you said that, something or another that wasn't so high on. But that was rest of the season. You're talking this.
No. And but I'm also, I make adjustments based on what I see. And I saw last week, this was obviously before last week was Tracy. And I saw last week, he played 73% of the snaps. So things change, man. And like that changed for me. And now whether that continues going forward, I just much prefer the starter in New York than the starter in New Orleans. And like, I don't think I like the goal line work Tracy's getting. Like, I know it's not every snap, but I'm telling you, Devin Neal's not really getting any goal line work. Taysom Hill's taking all that shit, bro.
Well, and here's the thing too, is that there's a whole new coaching staff. Well, I shouldn't say whole new, obviously it's not whole new, but a new head guy, and things have changed with him since that happened. So, and for the good on top of that, I'm saying, talking about Terry. Terry,
who wins this trade? Bo Nix for Jake Ferguson and Tua. I need to know your roster to actually give you a definitive answer, but I would say I want Ferguson and Tua. If Bo Nix is your second quarterback, you're essentially just downgrading your backup quarterback and getting a tight end. So if you needed a tight end, you probably win that trade. If you didn't need a tight end, I don't want a second tight end. So if Bo Nix is your starter, I don't know if I like that because I don't trust Tua as my starter. I think Bo Nix has some good upside, even though I'm not a Bo Nix fan. But yeah, it's a tough one to break down just because it's a quarterback, and tight end. So I like it if it fits your team. I like it. Michael Kellenmore said that was no big deal. He worked through the early portion. Ooh, okay. So this is about Chris Olave. Okay, let's hope so. Also, do you think you take a flyer and start Max Browser this week? No. In super flex leagues, I am willing to scoop him up as Ray eats meat. I'm willing to scoop him up, but I'm not willing to start him his first week back, especially in a tough matchup. I'm not doing that. But I'm willing to just, take a flyer in a super flex because, every starting quarterback's pretty much rostered. So we want to do that one. And Ray, what do you think? You agree?
I want to talk to Samson. Fly me to the moon like that bitch Alice Cram.
There's Helen Hunt, your Twista. Hey, Helen. Helen's just checking out. She's the producer of the show, Helen.
Yeah, she's just checking out Ray's Meat story.
Ramon says start Yoshi Vash. Man, I started him everywhere last week. He was all right, 61 yards. I made the point on yesterday's show. I much more prefer Yoshi when Chase is out than when T. Higgins is out because Chase plays a slot a lot more and Yoshi cannot play outside. I mean, they put him outside, but he is a slot receiver, so he's going to be moving to X receiver of like half the snaps in this game. When T. Higgins is playing, he is just stuck in his normal position, and he didn't perform last week in the slot. I like Yoshi. He's more likely to score a touchdown this week because Joe Burrow's playing, but he is a fringe top 30, top 35 guy.
Yeah, and here's the thing too is that with either way, when you have one of the two top receivers out in Cincinnati, you would think that if you're the third receiver, especially if you're not a slot guy, like what I mean, like a Cooper Kupp, you would think that you would take advantage of your opportunities. And I really think I'm with you that I think at this point that this, like what the last couple of weeks, it's showing that don't bank on him being an automatic start. He could be a flex and a deep flex option, but I wouldn't be like, oh, my wide receiver 2 or 3, to replace Jamar Chase or more importantly this week, T. Higgins. You're not going to get what you're thinking.
Is the Bucs D a good play this week? I already have Falcons versus Jets. The Bucs defense already started playoff berth, so considering dropping the Falcons, yeah, man. If you're already in the playoffs, like it's a team defense, right? We don't exactly know.
We already talked about how great that Bucs defensive end of playoff schedule is going to be. Like drop the Falcons.
They're at home against the Cardinals. Brissett's just throwing a lot of passes. He is throwing picks, getting sacked. So just start the Bucs. Yeah, you can roll with that one. I'm fine with that. You agree?
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Drop the Jets. I'm saying drop the Falcons defense if you need somebody else. Like you have Bucs defense, you're good.
Yeah, you could do the 1-for-1. I know Ray doesn't like the Judkins or Harvey. Don't do Judkins and Harvey for JJ though. I would do one. I prefer to trade Harvey over Judkins. So do Harvey first. If he doesn't bite on that, take Judkins second. If you need to throw in a shit sweetener like your second worst bench player, maybe 1-for-1 should be fair though. Jason, start one. Bo Nix, Joe Burrow, or Trevor. I am probably gonna go. Man, give me Bo Nix against the Commanders defense. That Commanders defense sucks. Go on, Bo Nix. Start two.
I'm going Burrow.
That or
no?
Yeah.
I mean, even I understand. It's just Burrow is an elite, known commodity to Nix. Nix. I mean, he's been good at times, but the times are in the fourth quarter. More often than not this year. I understand they're at Commanders who are not
coming
good.
off a bye though. Sean Payton, like I know he's a good coach, man. Coming off a bye, I like Bo Nix here.
How about this? If you're in a winning projected position, go Bo Nix. If you need upside, go Burrow.
I get down with that one. What's up, Wally? I missed my question from yesterday. Start Burrow tomorrow or Dart against New England 4 for TT pass.
Ooh. Dart.
That makes it close. Close.
It's close. I would go Dart just base. Oh, Dart against England. God damn it. A trick though.
I know. But you can't run the ball against New England, so you're going to have a lot of passing attempts.
I would go Burrow.
Here's the problem is we don't even know. We don't also know 100% Dart's playing. We don't know that.
That's why I would go Burrow.
So
I mean, we don't know 100%.
Burrow.
We don't know 100% Burrow, but your point, he's practiced every day this week. He's playing.
Well, you'll know whether to start Burrow if he's playing or not before the game. If you're not going to know about Dart because you passed on Burrow, you're not going to necessarily know that. So start one: Joe Burrow, Trevor, or Dart. This is the question we were on, right?
No. The rest of the players are completely.
I missed the other one though. Sorry, I missed the other one. So
Rico, Hampton,
Rico,
yeah.
Hampton. So I would start Rico for sure, and then Vidal if there's no Hampton.
Yep.
If Hampton plays, I'm probably starting Neal.
Yep.
And then 2 flex, one of those running backs or Wan'Dale Robinson.
Wandale, yeah. We got Shakir though.
Oh, Shakir's there too. Give me Wan'Dale Robinson, bro. He's crushing. Right now.
I mean,
I'm not even a fan, but.
Well, I mean, hey, Jameis is playing right now. Well, again, I guess it depends. If Dart is out, Wandale is the answer, right? Or even if Dart plays, is Wandale still the answer?
He's definitely the answer if it's Jameis Winston, baby.
Yeah, Jameis Winston plays. That's not even a question. So I guess that's my answer: Shakir or Robinson if Dart plays.
All right, Jason has another question. Jason, that's just a lot. I can't give you this many answers, and I'm not being a dick, man. Like, if you give me a super, like a lot of these people donate or in the Patreon and give me supers, like I got to give them attention too. So like I'm trying to balance, tough balance. So You show me a little bit of support, I will answer every goddamn question, especially in the Discord. Otherwise, like I think I've answered a lot of questions. Scott, I have an itch to start Burrow this week, but May is a smarter start. May, you got to start Drake May. It's Drake May. Rushing.
Well, I guess here's an easy answer. Who is up for MVP and who isn't?
Well,
I mean,
I guess
I
Burrow's
know injuries coming to
play.
play.
The proper answer is who's coming off an injury and who's not. That's the proper way to go about it, right? Like who's coming off an injury.
I think the answer. I mean, I think the question is still the same answer.
Yeah,
it's the same question. I'm saying, yeah.
Wally, Zay Flowers, a good start tomorrow. Full PPR.
He's always
he
a
is
full PPR play. How is he not always a full PPR good play?
Dude, I heard a crazy stat.
Well, I guess when I say good play,
Zay
I wouldn't say
Flowers.
I wouldn't say a good like wide receiver 1, but like a mid-level, like I'm confidently playing him as wide receiver 2. Like, why don't you feel? I don't know.
Well, let me break it down like this. I heard a crazy stat about Zay Flowers the last 6 weeks. He's finished between wide receiver 22 and wide receiver 31 the last 6 weeks. So like, it's such a floor play. Like he's a low, like a I'd say a low end.
He's never gone higher than 22,
but he's never gone lower than 31. It's like every week is like 6 for 55, 6 for 60. But here's the worry real quick with Zay Flowers. I was considering betting on him. Did a lot of deep diving into Zay Flowers this week. DJ Turner on the Bengals, he shadowed Stephon Diggs last week, and Stephon Diggs plays the slot. So like not many corners shadow the slot. So like I promise you, DJ Turner, who is like the one good player they have, he's actually like a top 5, top 7 corner in the NFL. He's gonna shadow Zay Flowers, and like they're just gonna go to the tight ends, and they're gonna go to Henry. So like again, Zay Flowers, and he doesn't catch touchdowns. He hasn't caught a touchdown since week 1, Ray. Now maybe he breaks that here, but Zay Flowers is a fine start. But if you're expecting a 20-point outing, like I don't think it's possible. Do you?
I'm not gonna say that that's like completely in the cards to be possible, but what I will say is that what was everybody saying about Christian Gonzalez last week against who they play last week? The Patriots? Was that the Bengals?
T. Higgins, yeah.
I'm just saying that there was a joke out there. I think that Sports Meme did make a fucking thing, and I loved it. That Cartman took a dump on Garrison's desk, and that was Jamar Chase not playing Christian Gonzalez. Well, Christian Gonzalez got his ass whooped. He looked like trash last week.
T. Higgins had like fucking 10 points. He also got hurt, but what do you mean? T. Higgins had like 10 points.
I go on first off, I just go on the team. I literally watched him. He got burned multiple times. What are you talking about? Did you not see it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
Against
not T. Higgins. Against bums who are backups.
Right. T. Higgins 5 for 31.
No. I know that.
Dude, yeah, elite corners get burned, bro. I'm not saying they don't, but like the Zay Flowers thing is a little concerning. Ray, we got another chug coming up here.
And no, I will 1,000,000% give you the fact that he was not. I didn't know that. That's crazy. The last 6 weeks, I know Lamar has not been around, but Lamar since been back has not been very good. Clearly, and the fact that to your point that you said, last 6 weeks only been 22 to 31, and not been like you could at least told me 16 to 21, 15 to 20, or 15 to 31. No,
yeah, the upside is not there.
22 to 31, and honestly, it sucks because when you have Lamar and Derrick Henry, even Zay Flowers is not Jamar Chase, JJ. But if one of those two were with Lamar, who knows? But honestly, I think they wouldn't be them with him either. I mean, am I wrong?
No, you're not. Start to rest of season from J-Bob. Thank you, buddy. Breece Hall, Olave, Benson. I'm going Breece Hall and Olave. As much as I love Benson, like Breece Hall is unlocked now, and he's hungry. It's crazy. I thought it'd be the other way. I thought he'd kind of give up. He's playing for this contract. He's like almost like saying "fuck you" to the team. Breece Hall is a must start with Tyrod Taylor throwing the ball to him. Finally, he's finally getting receptions. And I'm guessing this is PPR. And Olave is a top 10 receiver right now in fantasy. Trey Benson's fine. I love his schedule, but I'm not ever starting Trey Benson over Breece Hall. Not happening.
I guess the only thing I will say is that Rob is correct, but if Trey Benson comes back before the fantasy playoffs, and puts up at least respectable to resembling numbers that he put up before injury, I might consider starting him over Breece. I'm still in a lobby no matter what, but I might consider him starting him over Breece Hall only because he has a way better playoff matchup. I shouldn't say way better. I mean, hold on. Here's the Jets. Right,
I would go on scoring too. Full PPR.
Well,
I'm never playing Benson over Breece Hall.
But here's the thing: the Jets, week 14 and on, at home against Miami, at Jacksonville, at New Orleans, home against New England. So, again, that's not a terrible. It's not what Arizona has, but that's not bad. Really isn't. I mean,
No,
Miami,
it's not.
Jacksonville, and New Orleans, and then you have a good team in New England in the championship. So that means you could ride Benson through the playoffs, and then if you make the Super Bowl in the championship,
No. You're talking week 18. Week 18 is the Patriots, I think, right? Or no?
No, 17. I'm looking at 17 right now.
Okay.
Yep.
So
So
yeah,
that's
you
what
can
I'm
ride
saying.
him to the championship.
Right. So I'm saying, like, if you have Benson, do not drop him. Wait and see. And again, even so, if he comes back and he's not doing anything for a couple of weeks in a row, don't play him. Because even if he has a great matchup, you can get sucked into that. But I'm going to tell you right now, if he comes back and he produces, you might have a question on your hands at that point. But otherwise,
we need Benson to come back this week though, because not to start him this week, but we need more ramp up time. I need to see some game action because we're 2 weeks away from the fantasy playoffs.
Brace is playing; he's killing. I'm with you on that.
He is. Wally dropped Boswell and picked up Little.
Yes.
Love it. We just talked about the weather situation and Little's confidence. Ever since he hit that 70-yarder, whatever it was, 73-yarder, 68, it was the NFL record. He was missing like 37 yarders and extra points earlier. He just seems dialed in, so I think he knows he's not worried about losing his job.
I'm gonna tell you right now. When was that? That might have been week. What was that against Vegas? At Vegas, or was that at home?
Yeah.
It was at Vegas.
In Vegas.
So
Yeah.
I mean, this is my high school league, so everybody's kicking is different. But 16 points, 15 points, 5 points, 13 points, and we're going into at Tennessee this week. So 16, 15, 5, and 13. That's elite.
Good. That's good. Wally also dropped. Oh, that was the same question. My bad, Jason. Dallas, Ertz, Waller, Theo, Dallas Goddard. For sure. You have no Devonta Smith. Possibly.
Well, I'm saying if the Bears had their starting linebackers of Tremaine Edmonds and TJ Edwards, I would totally be saying, honestly, probably Theo. But without those starting linebackers, even with the returning secondary, Dallas Goedert is a big guy, and he's going to be able to he will have a better floor, and I think the better ceiling would be Theo, maybe Waller. But I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Dallas.
I'm going Dallas Goedert. Yeah.
No, I'm saying I'm just saying floor would be him. I think the ceiling could be of those other guys, but I'm still going Dallas because he's major in their red zone offense.
Yep. GT, Angelina Jolie Prime or Nicole Kidman, not even close to me. I'm not even a big Angelina fan, but Nicole Kidman's just 6'2". She's a fucking not even a human being.
She's whiter than you.
Is she a pod? Yeah, she's
look at
weird.
This. That's as white as she is.
Yeah, she's. It's not even the whiteness. It's her height. It's her body. It's weird. She's just weird. Weird person. Like, give me sexy Angelina, dude. Ooh, yeah. I would actually rather bang Brad Pitt than fucking Nicole Kidman.
I was gonna say, Brad Pitt who's married to one. Oops.
No, I would actually just choose, and I'm a straight man. I mean, maybe I'm not after the statement, but I would much rather do Brad Pitt than not Angelina. Sorry, than Nicole Kidman. Nicole Kidman's not even. She's a dude herself, man. Would it surprise you? He has some junk in that trunk? I don't know. Mark says Strange or Gesicki rest of the season. It's Strange for sure, man. Gesicki, somehow the man produces on 40% of the snaps more than I've ever seen anyone else in the world. Like he literally runs like 20 routes and he'll have 6 catches. It makes no sense.
It's frustrating.
Yeah. Zay has no touchdowns this week 1. I know when it happened week 1, I was like, because I'm a big Zay Flowers guy, and I only have I think 3 or 4 shares this year out of 25. So a little bit above market, but not like last year. And the last couple of years, I've had a lot of Zay Flowers, and I'm like, damn, I might have missed out on Zay Flowers like compared to what I had the last couple of years. And I was like, maybe it's different this year, and he has no touchdowns since then. Now Lamar getting hurt definitely hurt things, but he's fine. He's a nice floor play.
Brandon Cooper? He was so bad. Or Brandon Rush? He's so bad.
Oh, he's terrible. Carlos Flex 1, Michael Wilson, Gainwell, Pearsall, or Loveland. Michael Wilson.
I would say it's in order. Maybe you could flip Loveland, but yeah, it's in order.
I would go Loveland over Pearsall at this point.
No, I just
Again,
that's what I'm saying.
Pearsall has a fucking Cleveland.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. I'm saying that then I was
in
order and flip Loveland and Pearsall.
Mm-hmm.
But right now you got it right.
Scott, honest opinion on Devin Neal. Not sure if I want to drop or not, considering dropping Schultz as I have Gatson and Juwan Johnson at tight end. Yeah, I would drop Schultz. You have those guys. Don't roster 3. Definitely pick up the running back, dude.
You're not in our league and balls deep that you need to start 2 tight ends. Like,
you ready for a Chuck? While Ray gets ready, I'm going to play a clip for you guys. What do I got for you guys? I got something. I got something. I like this one. Bill Cosby clip. Little Family Guy Bill Cosby.
Wait, how did you set that? I know exactly what that is. How did you set that up?
I didn't really set it up. I just had him play a clip while Ray gets a drink, and then we're gonna talk Bill Cosby, do a little Bill Cosby clip, Family Guy Bill Cosby. I don't gotta set it up. You don't need a cutaway. It's like sometimes Family Guy doesn't set up the cutaways. I just like do them.
I know I'm a bigger Simpsons fan than you, but it wasn't that like late. Like when I say like a newer episode, it may have been like 2003. But basically, the Simpsons, like their house had termites, so they needed to find a new place to live. So they like figured they would get on reality TV, and so this reality TV would like they had.
I've seen it. I've seen that one.
Yeah. So like, it's just funny because when they're doing that, they're like when the Fox broadcasting people were like the head people were like looking through families. They're like, wait a minute, wasn't this guy on TV? You got the Pokemon, and then they go, wah.
Such a weird fucking dude. Ready for this one? Here we go.
Fucked up man.
All right.
What?
All right, J Bob, I'll get to your super in a second. You're gonna love this. Ray has a take. Scott, start 2. Chase Jefferson, a Big Boo, or Michael Wilson. Michael Wilson's not on this list for me with these guys. Chase for sure. I'm going Chase and Jefferson. Just give me my studs.
Oh, 2? Oh, I'm sorry. I said 3 because first 2.
Yeah.
Even with Baker Bag, you're going the first 2. But even with Baker Bag, you could argue without Jefferson. But again, I'm sticking with what I said earlier. Justin Jefferson, when you look at his numbers, he's on projection to be he is already an all-time great. He's well on his way to be talking about Rushmore of all-time greats. Do not start him, please.
Right. J Bob, talk about how great the Birds are.
Go Birds, though.
Oh, go Birds.
All right, fine. Go Birds, right?
Go Birds. Get your hand off my knee.
Go Birds.
So I phrased it to you earlier before J-Bab was on. I said, what are the percentage chances that the Bears beat the Eagles? We're both Bears fans. Give me a minute on your answer, right? Not over a minute. Give me a minute on your percentage and why.
All right, J-Bob. So I am in the belief that the Bears right now would be – they're still the underdog. Obviously, hence Vegas has them – I don't know if they're at still a touchdown or – so, yeah. So,
yep.
I mean, they're still under, they're an underdog, but here's the thing. The offense is dysfunctional for the Eagles compared to where it has been for how elite they've been lately for the last, 5 years. On top of it, the rushing offense, I told Rob there was a major thing that has been sticking out to me that I heard on the radio earlier today, that Saquon is averaging 3.7 yards per carry this year. He was averaging 5.8 last year. And with the numbers, it's about 400 yards less rushing this year. On top of that, Jalen Hurts is just not looking super elite. And on top of that, Devontae Smith might be out this week. The Bears secondary is going to be healthier. The only thing that will be going against the Bears is that the linebackers are going to be out. And so with the running game, it's going to be tough. I think it's about 50-50 coin flip. It's probably more likely 60-40 your way because you're at home. And the last thing I'll say is that the Eagles are 14-1 at home in the last 15 games. So that is against the Bears. But right now, the Bears are they're hot. They're one of the hottest team, if not, they're the hottest team in the NFL. Their offense is better than the Eagles' offense, whether you want to admit it or not. It is, numbers-wise, everything. I understand we wouldn't play anybody, whatever. I don't give a shit. We're more efficient. And at this and I don't know. I just think that J-Bob, you're sitting there, we'll kick the shit out of the Bears. You may very well win. And honestly, like I'm not going to be mad if you win.
1 minute.
It'll just be, I know. I'm already, yeah. I know.
60-40, 50-50. I said 30% chance for the Bears, and here's my concerns. Eagles coming off a loss. Don't like that. Bears hanging on by a thread. And here's my comparison I'll make. That this isn't an indictment on the Bears. Doesn't mean the Bears are trash if we lose or we get blown out. Do you remember the Chargers coming in really hot against that game against Jacksonville? Remember that? They lost 35-6. 2 weeks
this
ago.
Year, right? Yeah.
It was 2 weeks ago. They were on a four-game.
I remember Barry.
Who's a better team, the Chargers or the Bears? I would call them even right now with the injuries. Similar?
No. That offense doesn't even sniff the Bears' ass offense.
Well,
right
the
now.
Bears have negative. The Bears have a negative point differential, so like you can't tell me they're better than the Chargers. So Justin Herbert's better than
so you
Caleb
go on that, but you don't want to go on their offensive. How they're ranked on every offensive number. Okay. No, that's
regardless.
Fine. No,
you guys get so angry with me. Let me fucking make a point.
I'm not being angry. I'm telling you a fact. You're telling me a fact.
They're not better. They're not better than the Chargers. They're close. They're the same tier of teams. Okay, same tier of teams. Who's better, Jacksonville or Philly?
That's not even a question. Moving along.
And we just watched the Jags lose by 30 points. Or sorry, we just watched the Chargers lose 30 points.
And we've also watched Miami blow the shit out of the Bills. And we watched.
I'm just saying, man. Like
me too. We're equally saying the same thing in different ways.
It's not looking good. It's not looking good. We have a chance to win the game.
Okay, so
if we win, we win by 3. If we lose by 21. That's what
J-Bob, here's the thing. Rob thinks we're gonna get killed probably 30 to fucking 12, 10. That's what Rob's thinking. I'm gonna tell you the Bears might lose, and it'll be more like 28 to 21. Rob's thinking we're going to get killed. I'm going to tell you right now, it'll be way closer than Rob and you are both thinking. As a matter of fact, I'm putting a bet on both of you. You two, all three of us, you two put up 1 or 2 bets against me. Frig off.
No, I just bet against Vegas. You should put $100 in the Bears, and they're getting 7 points. They're getting 7 points. That's like, if you're saying it's this close, like 7 points is a fuckload. Not right this second.
Now. Right now in your face. Right now in your face. Both your faces.
Not a good bet. Not a good bet. Now, that being said, I wouldn't bet on the Eagles -7. I would not do that. I would bet on the Bears +7, but I wouldn't touch it. Do you think Marion Hampton plays this week? I don't think he plays this week. This is his first week. It's similar to Trey Benson, right? Same situation with Trey Benson last week, Carlos. Trey Benson was activated on Monday or Tuesday. His practice window activated. He was limited all week. Didn't play. Same thing for Hampton. And also they have more playoff aspirations, but they don't need him. Vidal's fine. This week they don't need him. They're going to let him just kind of marinate and get healthy. Wally, will the Panthers give Rico more than 6 carries this week? Tough matchup.
You can't see, but this is Yahoo. It said he's still on IR designated return. They had I understand Yahoo, but honestly, I do take in effect of this because there is literally so much money on these apps that they need to get as accurate information they can to everybody. Mm-hmm. So if this is telling me right now that he's not questionable and it's still marking him on IR, he's not playing this week.
I'd say he has a 33% chance to play, which is not very good. And even if he does, then what are we talking about? We're not playing him this week. It definitely would lead to better results next week then.
Yes, no confidence in playing this
Wally, will the Panthers give Rico more than 6 carries this week? 100% they will. They have to. Tough matchup, but they're going to have to run the ball to keep Matt Stafford off the fucking field. And I think they would look really hard after the game, right? It's almost like, of course we should have ran the ball. It's obvious that they lost the game because they went away from the run in a very close game. They're going to look at this film. Dave Canales is going to look at this film and be like, what did we do there? We gave Rico Dowdle 6 carries. He had 38 yards on 6 carries. We didn't give him any more work. Silly game plan on the road. Run the ball. That's the identity of that team. Bryce Young sucks.
I guess the only thing I will say is that, again, going back to us being Bears fans, Rob will remember. I don't remember the exact game and situation, but all we know is the Bears lost a game under Matt Nagy, that they did not run the ball, that they know they're against a bad running team and they didn't do it. And the reporters went to him in the post-game press conference. Yeah, so why didn't you run the ball? Or why didn't you run the ball more? I know we needed to run the ball. I'm not stupid. It's like, oh, you're not stupid, but you didn't do it. So my thing is that that's sort of where I'm going. Honestly, I'm at this point with this team, with this coaching staff. They're dumb. They
Canales is pretty dumb.
I will leave it at this. We will understand how dumb he is this week because I'm agreeing with what Rob said. In order to win this game, they need to run the ball and control the game, the time of possession. And the only way to do that is run it with Rico way more, like 4 times the amount of 6. And if they don't do that this week, they're fucked and they're not winning this game. So, I mean, because the Rams are the best team in the NFL, in my opinion, and it's not even close. Overall, just the way offense, defense, and coaching, they're way too good. And the Panthers have no chance if they do not run the ball with Rico at least 15 to 20 times.
Agreed. Well, yes, JSN joined the Jefferson and Chase argument. I think so personally. Yeah, he has. I said 3 weeks ago that I need to see the rest of the year. He has joined the conversation. I still put him behind those guys, but it's close. And if he finishes the year on this pace, then he is firmly in the conversation. Firmly.
I guess I would say that he's better than both of them at the moment, clearly. Overall in a vacuum, he's not. But he's not like it's Jefferson, Chase, JSN. It's literally like it's not like what I'm saying. You see my hand. It's not like, oh, we're talking Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, JSN. No, it's like they're not far off. Maybe even a couple clicks from each other, depending how you want to talk about it. But they're right now, JSN he can do everything.
You're measuring these receivers like when Charlie was trying to measure the gasoline. It's Always Sunny. He's like, how are you planning on counting the gasoline? He's like, just count it. He's like, you're counting a liquid.
Thank you. That was
Scott, would you
really
start?
good call.
Thank you. Would you start Genty or Saquon this week? It's Saquon for sure. Genty might not even play. I think Genty's probably going to play, but there's a chance
Genty's playing. But Saquon's going against the Bears defense. They have no starting linebackers. When they have starting linebackers, they have good starting linebackers. They do not. They are down their first starting 3. They have no names.
Even to simplify it more, Ray, it's like, do you want a running back on the Eagles or a running back on the fucking Raiders? Like, I don't want anything to do with the Raiders unless it's Brock Bowers, honestly.
You answered it easier than me.
It's gross.
Move it along.
How much of an influence does Brissett playing like he has, spiking a healthy Benson's potential? It's definitely big because with Kyler there, he's going to steal some more rushing attempts. Like it's 2-1, right? Kyler's a bum. Hold on, I got a little Kyler. Can I find the Kyler?
Kyler's a bum.
Where's
he is a fucking bum.
He is. Here he is. He's a garden gnome.
Don't pee on me, know what I'm saying? No, I'm saying. No, don't do it. No, I'm saying.
No, I'm
saying. God, Kyler's terrible. What a bum. My opponent has this week has Lamar, Henry, and CMC. Wish me luck.
Oh, sounds like Dave's team.
Scott says totally disagree on Nicole Kidman. Yeah, my Brad Pitt take, I think you could disagree with for sure. That was a little out of left field. She was okay. I don't know. She's not my cup of tea. I could name you 100 actresses.
She's not ugly, but she ain't Angelina Jolie.
I will tell you this, and unbiasedly, and not as currently constructed. Well, actually, currently constructed because Nicole Kidman's like 50. My wife in her prime was hotter than Nicole Kidman. I'm telling you that. I'm not. Ray, I'm not one of those biased people that just like my wife's hottest thing in the world. Like honestly, Erica, double D tits, 130 pounds, blonde, great smile. Like my cup of tea in general. But like not even being biased, my wife's hotter than Nicole Kidman. That shows where my Nicole. And there's a picture right here. That shows that Nicole Kidman isn't that great to me. You agree?
How is she great to anybody? She's like, I'm not saying she's ugly.
Well, apparently Scott loves her. Yeah. She's solid. I don't know. I also think her personality is kind of a turn off. So, Justin,
we're talking so many. I mean, give me Scarlett Johansson.
We'll do an episode on how. Oh, well, Scarlett Johansson. That's.
Well, I'm just saying, like, what are we talking about here? Yeah. It's like she's like Nicole Kidman's only known for her acting, not her looks.
You know who I want more? I want Paige, Ellen Page, who's now a dude.
Yeah, Elliot Page. Page. So Rob's gay. Okay, move it along.
There it is. No. I'm saying like back when it was Ellen Page, right? Like I think that's a close discussion.
Dude, in Inception, I would much rather have sex with that girl than Nicole Kidman.
See what I'm saying? And then that girl is now currently a dude. Yeah. Justin, was Waller a legit dart throw or is he toast? Been holding $3 receivers, hoping they get healthy.
Not totally toast, but he's more of a dart throw than being. Yeah. He's doing a dart throw in like halfway being like solid, or not even halfway, just being dart throw to solid to where being something to where you wanted to put any.
Good Good call. 50 says she's like 65. Yeah, I don't know why I said she's 50. She's definitely not 50 because I'm almost 40. So
Right.
yeah.
Right.
I'll say the one upside, Ray, the one upside of Waller is if he comes back and for some reason, and it's not even for some reason, like we've seen this forever with Jalen Waddle. If he gets hurt, now you have no receivers there besides Malik Washington, who's a fucking gadget player. Now Waller's a must start. So that's the dart throw idea, and he's a streamer besides that.
Well,
he also has to get back on the field first.
Well, he was what? Wasn't he tight end number 1 or top 3 before he got hurt? Right?
Yeah, points per game. Yeah,
that little amount of time he played, but he still played.
Bandit, do you like the Dallas KC game over the total?
Oh,
it's a high total, like 52.
But
52. I like that game over. I like that game over the other two.
Yes, I'd agree with that.
Because the Ravens then muck games up.
48 in division. This is that, and I'm with you, Rob. It doesn't matter what division is in the NFL. Every individual game is a real.
Yeah. Some beers there. It's division Thursday and division game. Wally. So I'll start Burrow tomorrow, but T-Law and Jacoby Brissett are available. We're going Joe Burrow over those guys for sure. Cowboys cooked them birds. They did. I miss Tucker Kraft, man. You're preaching to the choir. Tucker Kraft's still my picture on the Discord. So what? You don't miss him?
I had no stocking. He's on the Packers helping them. No, I don't miss him at all. Only reason I miss him because you got hurt majorly. And I loved watching. I don't like to see I don't like to see people get hurt. But I'm just saying.
Thank you. It did hurt me. Stay grinding. Start 2. Higgins, Rome, QJ, Debo. It's probably Higgins is out. So unless it's Jaden Higgins. So Jaden Higgins, no. Rome and Debo.
Mm-hmm. Rome is coming back around with the offense starting to pick up better and better as the season's rolling on with the Bears. And with Debo, I mean, as much as I talk shit about Debo just because, I think he's talented as hell. I don't think anything less of his talent. It's just that because he's such a gadget. That's how good he is. He's he's a receiver, but he can do everything. He's a real gadget player. So I think it depends how the scheme goes in that, wrong, Rob? I don't know. Like, I'm with you. I'm starting Debo out of those 4. It's just in general with Debo. He can get you 3 points or get you 23 points.
Yeah, without Terry there, he's the number 1, and that's correct. Still something. They still scheme up plays for him. Hollywood says Adunze or Judkins for the flex. This is scoring dependent for sure. In full PPR, I'm tempted to go Adunze.
Sure.
Half PPR, I'm definitely going Judkins, and standard for sure Judkins, but probably Judkins either way. Honestly, Adunze's been so inconsistent. His numbers
there's too many mouths opening up now. DJ Moore, him, Burden, and Loveland. They're all 4 of them are basically equal right now. Like whoever's open is getting the ball. So I'm going Judkins, who's almost guaranteed every goal line carry and just everything. I don't know. He's getting some catches. Not a lot. That's one thing I will say. I want to talk to Samson. He's been getting more passing attempts, it seems like.
Samson's there.
I want to talk to Samson. Climb to the moon like that bitch Alice Cram.
Okay, we're gonna go through my bets one more time. We're almost caught up on questions here. We have 4 more. We will do 20 more minutes if we get 4 more supers in the next 10 minutes. Otherwise, we'll stop at about 2 hours and 40 minutes. And then tomorrow night, we'll be on live after the late game. That's a Thanksgiving special for y'all. I'll be nice and toasty and fucking fat, which I already am pretty toasty and fat tonight. Biss, do you think Bucky Irving will split the backfield with Rashad White and Sean Tucker? Ray, handle this for me. What do you think, man? What do you think the split will be?
It's going to be Bucky with a little. Here's the thing. I think the coaching staff believes in Rashad White. And when I say this, an overall player, he can catch. When I say this, I'm not saying he's a great blocker. Like, they keep him in for blocking. Like, I'm not saying that. I just think that he understands the offense. He understands his role. He knows how to do things, and he's had success. So I would say Bucky's definitely. Bucky clearly ripped that job out of his hands last year, like with force. He got hurt for clearly most of the year this year, which has not helped him. Those other 2. But here's the thing. I'm sorry. Bottom line, Bucky killed it last year. When he gets opportunity, he knows what to do. And he's really good at doing everything from catching to running. He's the elite runner. But the other 2 can't the other two can't even combine what Bucky can do. So Bucky is the guy, and I would keep Rashad White because Sean Tucker, I'm sorry, does not really get any play at all when those two are healthy.
I would say Bucky gets 50%, and then the other two split the other 50%. So you're going to get some goal line work from Sean Tucker. You're going to get some passing down usage for Rashad White. 50% Bucky, at least until the playoffs. Now, if they make the playoffs, then you'll start seeing maybe 60 or 70%, maybe even the fantasy playoffs. For the next 3 weeks, I don't think he plays more than 50% of the snaps.
I can agree with that because Sean Tucker has literally. I mean, that's the thing. I can't believe they never always give him continuous run. Every time he actually gets, because he reminds me a lot of Derrick Henry. He's not necessarily really good because he's not clearly. I'm not talking size, but just the way that he runs in his style of game. Sean Tucker needs like 20 plus carries, and then all of a sudden he'll put up a big game. But you give him 5 or 6 carries, he's not gonna do what he's capable of because he's more of a bruiser,
Thinking about dropping Fannin for Strange. Have Tyler Warren already, so it's not a huge deal. What do y'all think? No, I want Fannin.
Yeah.
If it's a backup tight end, give me the guy that if Njoku sits out is a top 12 dude.
Especially with Sanders
I'm fine with
like
actually having neither. I'm fine with just picking up a running back 50-50. Just don't even roster a second tight end. If you want one, I want Fannin. That's just pretty simple. This is one for you, Ray. Big Ray, what's your Italian beef sandwich build? Extra wet, hot peppers?
So, Ray, easy. All right, Mr. Wally. Ray would like a Italian beef dipped, hot jardiniere with I prefer the and I don't know. Everybody never had Portillo's around here, and when I say around here in the chat, but cheese sauce. I like mozzarella, but the problem is a lot of times when they put mozzarella in an Italian beef, if they put it on top. If a restaurant puts it on the bottom and then puts the beef on the cheese, the cheese melts. I like melty cheese. So if I go to Portillo's, this is what I'm talking about. I get the cheddar cheese, or not the cheddar cheese. I get the like for cheese fries, I get the melted cheese, the cheese sauce. And then dipped cheese sauce, hot jardiniere, side of gravy, so I can make it extra greasy. And lately Ray
he loves the grease.
Ray, no, hold on.
Real quick, Ray. Would you say the Bears go linebacker or corner in the draft? It's pretty easily linebacker, right?
Yeah, it's not even a question. This is how Ray's been eating my beefs lately. It's so greasy. Oh.
Jesus Christ.
No, but it's definitely it's gonna be. They've invested
right?
so much, especially with Chase. Oh God, Chasean Wright. I can't remember his first name, but dude,
they have a lot of corners, and they're maybe safety is more of a need, but like they need pass rushers too. I think pass rushers is probably the way to go.
No, D line is number one. Top 7.
Front 7 is what they need.
Yes.
Junk Buster, what's going on, man? Start Metcalf or Pittman full PPR.
Ooh.
Metcalf's banged up, bro. I think it's gonna be Michael Pittman for me, although it's a tough matchup there.
I would say it's really close. I would just say that with Metcalf getting his ankle rolled up last week, and he got it rolled up, he came back, he got it rolled up again. Ankle, especially with a big guy like him, if your ankle is not right, anybody, no matter what, but he is a big guy, and he have more weight. So when you have more weight on your ankle, I'm just saying, I would go Pittman just because you have the better better floor, and on top of that, we don't know if Metcalf's going to be playing 100%. And when I say 100%, I mean 100% of plays, like 100% of pop.
Yeah. Or if he even plays, there's a lot of things there. I think he'll play. DK's that kind of guy. All right, we're gonna go through my bets one more time and get Ray's opinion here. I'll answer 50's question and then probably 5 more minutes. If we get 4 supers, it could be $1 supers in the next 7 minutes. We will do another 25 minutes or so, 20 minutes. We'll go to 3 hours.
All right. So Ray's going to donate $20 on the chat.
No, nope, you're not doing that, Ray. Wait. 50 and 50. Sorry, you're a host. I'm stacked at running back. Jacobs, Rico, Harvey, Benson, Woody, Manunga. I don't need another one. I'm stacked at. Yeah, you don't have any moves to make. If you could trade, if trade deadline's still available for you, I would trade Woody Marks and Harvey or something for like an upgrade,
Mm-hmm.
or Woody and Waddle, and try to get. I don't know who you can get for that. Yeah, you really can't make any moves. Your team's too good. Someone in my league dropped Christian Watson. Should I take him over Jacoby Myers? Wait for the news on if you can wait for the news on Brian Thomas. If Brian Thomas is back playing, yes, I want Watson over Jacoby Myers. If Brian Thomas misses, yeah.
No, I'm asking you rest of the season, not this week for those two.
Yeah. Rest of the season, I probably want Christian Watson, man.
I'm with
Brian
you.
Thomas will be back, you know.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm asking. Is this week? I'm definitely.
But if Brian Thomas misses this week, it's like, when does he come back? Because like now it's a chronic issue, and like when does he comes back? We don't know. May or Burrow? This is Drake May. We're starting Drake May.
No, but he's got Jamar.
Unique stuff, gentlemen.
He's got Jamar.
Play.
I love Benson.
It's not about the stack. I'm not benching Drake
really
May.
Because
it's not about the stacks. I don't care. Like they can Drake May can outscore Burrow, and Jamar can also have a good game.
No,
Benson play this week. Unique. I think he does. Unique, but I don't think you're starting him if you have him. You need to watch the snap share there. So we didn't even play. So us that have Trey Benson, we can actually use down the stretch confidently. We got to see how it's going to look. How does it look physically? I think he would get 40% of the snaps, maybe 50% this week, which is not enough to be startable in a tough matchup. But his schedule is great down the stretch. So also, what's going on, Unique? Happy Thanksgiving, brother. Happy Thanksgiving to Hetzer. We have Scott White, Benson, Devin Neal. It's Benson by a mile over Devin Neal. Better offense, better player, more opportunity. That's an easy one. All right, I'm going to put my bets up here. Again, we have 7 minutes or so, and then if we get 4 supers in the next, or a $10 super, not from Ray, we will do till the 3-hour mark. Here is the bets, guys, and there's one that's not listed on here. It is Jamison Williams over 49.5. You want to get that one now because the news of Brock Wright missing, and then Khalif Raymond missing, and also Isaac Tesla is questionable. They have no pass catchers right now. I think that JMO is going to go up really high. Anyway, the other ones we have on here, we have CeeDee Lamb over 74.5 receiving yards. We have Lamar Jackson over 24.5 rushing yards. Saquon Barkley over 74.5 rushing yards. What is your favorite one, Ray?
I would say that I like the if
you were to bet any of these,
CD, just because CD's the best. I mean, I hate to say Lamar is technically, I would think, a better player, but he's not playing better. CD's I would say Saquon also, but CD, just because I think that they're going to be passing it out, that they have to like that. I think that that's going to be they have a bad defense. I know the defense has been better against the run, but not against the pass. And I think there's going to be a lot of points scored. So I would go CD. But at the same time,
Lamar seems so easy to win, but he could lose. Like, he could lose this one.
But at the same time, Bears have no linebackers, and they have a decent D-line. Decent. When I say decent, like in Madden, it's an 80. So against an 85 overall line of Eagles, or 82 with, I'm saying, Saquon or CD, even all of them are pretty good. I'm going to bet them all. I'm going to tell you right now. I will send you receipts, brother.
Wow, he's jumping in late. I'll say this, man. The problem with the other two, Lamar and Saquon, could be usage-based. Cool. I'm not worried about CD's use. I think he gets 12 targets in this game. So, like, the opportunity's there. That's why I love this bet. The player and the opportunity match, where Lamar should easily crush this number, but maybe he doesn't run. Saquon should easily crush this number against the Bears. Maybe they only give him 14 carries, which is what they have. And that's the worry. And Jamison Williams is the X-factor one, but like I said, I don't see this game. I see this game being close and, like, down to the wire. So I don't feel like there's blowout potential either way.
But it takes one bomb, and that's it. I'm saying, that's a problem with him.
And I always say this about the Lions, betting Lions props. Dan Campbell doesn't give a fuck about blowout potential. No. He throws the ball when they're up by 14, especially against division opponents. We saw that with the Bears week 2. Yep. So that's the nice little feather in our cap. I got, it's the Caddyshack thing. He's like, you'll receive complete enlightenment. So I got that going for me. So yeah, we have that going for us for the Jamison Williams bet. Let's see here. Neal or Hunt. This is Devin Neal because Pacheco's back. This week, it's probably Kareem Hunt. Rest of the season is Devin Neal. You agree?
I would say the same as I think, because Hunt has been, I can't remember the exact number, but he's for sure been he's been a running back 1. Oh, and when I say that, a top 10 running back, if not like when I say like 10, since Pacheco's been out. Plus, I mean, he gets all the goal line carries. Pacheco,
Yeah.
Pacheco
Yeah.
hasn't done anything this year. I mean, when he was healthy,
Right.
he didn't do nothing. I'm
But
telling
the rest
everybody.
of the season, we want Neal, though, right? Just because Hunt's going to be in another timeshare, and like Neal at least going to have the
I
backfield
don't know that
himself.
though, dude. Pacheco was healthy.
I do.
He didn't do anything. I'm gonna say I'm with you. I'm agreeing. I'm just saying I wouldn't automatically be like, oh, it's a home run. That's gonna happen.
Right.
Because
No, it's not a home run. You're talking about the Saints. That's just not a home run.
But hey, we're all about
Saints.
opportunity, and Hunt has Pacheco who will get into his opportunity, and Neal doesn't have much of anything. Doesn't have Miller.
Bucky Irving startable, not this week. I mean, he's a flex this week. I would flex him. If Baker plays, more likely to be a RB2, but can't be super confident there. Unique Chris Rodriguez, Charbonnet, Marks, or Benson full PPR this week. It would be Marks number 1, and then probably Marks, Rodriguez, Charbonnet, Benson, because I don't think and Ray is still eating steak. I love it. So you like that order? Marks for sure, and then the rest of the guys are more of a question. But Marks number 1, then probably Rodriguez and Charbonnet. Toss them in a hat. Choose from there. Benson last because he might not even play.
I would go Marks and then Charbonnet, Rodriguez, Benson, just because, again, I talked about earlier how I like how Charbonnet has the confidence in the offensive coaching staff to do the goal line work.
Hetzer, Bucks defense, a good stash. Bucks defense are the stash besides, Houston and Seattle and those teams, like teams that are available that have good matchups. Yes, for sure. Hetzer says, you guys hear Frank Regnow's coming back. Lions O-line got a big upgrade. Yes, for the playoffs, not for us in fantasy. He's not going to impact anything in the next 3 weeks. I'd be surprised if we see him playing. He might make his debut in week 16 at the earliest. Let's see. Scott, dropping Coker over Ingram in deep PPR league. I want to play Coker over Evan Ingram. I was looking at the routes run and the snap percentage. Coker has increased his routes run in every game since coming back, and he's actually the last 3 weeks ran more routes than Xavier Legette. Xavier Legette had that bonehead play stepping out of bounds. It's over for Xavier Legette. I like the guy coming out of South Carolina. Fan of his game. He just doesn't have it. Doesn't look great physically. Coker is that PPR scam dude. So give me Jalen Coker over Evan Ingram. Give me Jalen Coker over Legette. You're
telling me the guy who eats squirrels and raccoons at Thanksgiving dinner is out? Wow.
Yeah.
Couldn't have ever guessed that with the rabies infested meat and maggot meat he was eating. I'm really not making fun of him. Like,
no, it's weird. But this literally goes back to the Sunny episode where they think they're cannibals because they ate fucking a raccoon. That's raccoon. You're eating raccoon meat.
Yeah, you're eating raccoon meat. It's rancid.
Justin, Taysom Hill is Neal's competition, though tough. Yes, correct.
Yes.
This is why Devin Neal is strictly more of a PPR play because his touchdown upside is not there. But his running back competition is garbage. Now, they have been playing Taysom Hill at 7 or 8 snaps at running back. I don't care about that. Devin Neal is still going to be a 75% snap player. Now, the goal line stuff's not going to be there. We got to see how it breaks down. But Devin Neal is still a top 24 dude. And that's it. We are caught up, gentlemen. So any last questions, get them in real quick. Otherwise, we are out of here tomorrow night after the game, 10:45 or 11 p.m. Central. Do a recap of Thanksgiving. Also, another preview of Black Friday stuff. And then looking forward to that. And we have some guests, some fans coming on the show. Jason and Mark are coming on the show Friday and Saturday as a guest appearances. Again, another little perk of joining the Patreon. If you get to the highest tier, you want to help donate and support the channel, you get to be on the show. You get free merchandise. You get a lot of good stuff, man. I give back to people that give back to me. Appreciate everybody. Ray, thank you so much for coming on. It was a blast. We almost did 3 hours.
Well, hey, we can give the people what they want, and we can just watch me just pound down the rest of the steak real quick in less than 2 minutes. And Rob's like,
yeah, pound it down real quick. Pound it down. I missed mine. Pick 2, Debo, Higgins, Rome. It's Debo and Rome grinding. Thank you, Justin. Happy Thanksgiving. Go watch Billy Bathgate when Nicole Kidman was young. What was that in like 1970? Is it black and white film? I'll check it out. I'm going to look it up right now for you, Scott. It's Billy Bathgate, right? Let's check it out. I'm just going to look at a picture. Billy Bathgate, Nicole Kidman. She's got that girl next door look to her. It's solid. I'm never into the body though. She doesn't have much of a body. And I don't get me wrong. Some very tall, skinny girls can be, if they're limber and they're flexible, some of the best lays ever for sure. But if they're not limber, some of the worst lays ever. Bony. Solid. She's solid. And you know what? I'll say this. Nicole Kidman definitely has an air of sexuality to her. And whether that's true or not, she has that kind of weirdness. The look she gives, I do appreciate that. Where Angelina Jolie just has that slut vibe. You know what I mean? She just
at this point, you're making me Google. You're making me a gal. Nicole Kidman sexy.
Yeah, I'll do that as well.
Why am I even questioning this? Oh yeah. Oh my God, yeah. Oh,
solid.
Yeah.
Are you serious? Or are you just fucking around?
Of course, I'm fucking around. I'm right. I can't even see
She's solid. She's solid, but
what are you talking?
Yeah, the look. She got a good look to her. All right, everybody. Thank you guys. That's a good way to end the show. We'll see y'all tomorrow night. Also, if you don't tune in tomorrow night, happy Thanksgiving to you guys.
Happy
I'm sure we'll see you soon on the weekend. You guys are awesome. Ray, thank you so much.
Can I hop on late tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll talk. Figure it out. See how long we're gonna go on.
I won't. It's all right. You'll see me for sure. You'll see me Friday and Saturday.
Well, Friday and Saturday we're gonna have those are the long shows. I mean, this is almost 3 hours, but all right. Love you guys. Stay positive.
Rob,
love your and respect each other.
Tell your family and Erica. I said
likewise. Enjoy the meat. Enjoy the meats and the meals.
Well, I'm just gonna take I'm about to just take a video of myself and just put it on the Discord. So
do it.
I'm gonna make my own little meat sweats thread.
I'll make it for you. I'm gonna make it for you tonight. I'll make you a meat sweats thread. All right, guys. Peace.
Everybody,
Later.
Happy
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.